I love Mondays. I love Mondays. And how to make it better? Jake and Louie, everyone. Jake and Louie. Yo!
You say better? You feeling okay, Gino?
I did indeed say better now.
You sure you don't mean last minute fucking bullshit?
Wait to be.
But it's an insane request.
Like, let's say, like, I'm 170 something like that. Like, would that?
Look at Louie. Look at Louie looking at his dick. Look at Louie looking.
With an extra 20.
This is the most.
No, it'd be horrible.
Your puppet's creepy. He's just looking at your penis. Look away.
This is such an intelligent show. But Shane Gillis, can we see the tweet? I put the tweet up because, again, this is, in my opinion, the fourth way Shane Gillis has broken fucking the narrative in the past. And we will get to the responses on this, okay? I told you he broke fucking Bud Light because it's like, we don't want frat boys, we want frat boys. He broke SNL, we don't want fucking this guy. He's got more followers us than Patreon, we want this guy, okay? And I'll get back to that. And he broke fucking TMZ. Look what he did. This is what he said, and they're putting him on SNL, and he broke them because they knew people would take his side, but they wanted people to click on their fucking site. And now fucking this Yahoo article, which is actually the Daily Beast, but I said the Yahoo, like, I put, my God, the left never gets tired of losing. We get it, Yahoo. You need the clicks. And then I wrote, of course, if you read the comments after the article, they'll all agree how fucking brilliant and hilarious it was. No one believes the left anymore or cares. Now read some of the comments because many people disagreed with me. Many people disagreed. And I'll be the first to admit, we have different definitions of brilliant and hilarious. They all agree fucking brilliant and hilarious. Sir, it was mid respectfully.
Who are you?
But still, I respect his opinion. And by the way, I put the toast and the fist bump. He thought I was saying I'd hit him. Corporate journalists aren't people. The EU, they promised.
That's great. I like that one.
Left bowing to the woke cult is causing tons of long time. Okay, that's first time I've stayed up and watched SNL in 10 years. His monologue was funny, not fantastic, but funny. Respect that. Wait, the pre-recorded, did I miss it? The pre-recorded bits were great. Trump shoes and emu insurance. My favorite was the human resources skit. Did you guys watch it? I know you're busy parenting and stuff. I actually sat there yesterday and watched it.
I saw clips on Twitter and I thought they were all good.
I thought
it's fucking a million times better than any shit that fucking faggot ass show has done in the last 20 years. Yeah.
That's so what I mean.
Great.
Brilliant and hilarious. Quinn said he didn't bomb at all. Oh, wait, the skits were, aside from the group in the bar and the butt plug pit, that was the last. That was really good. I'd give him a solid 10.5. Okay, Joe. Quint, he didn't bomb at all. He was great. More actual comedians should start hosting. I think the SNL now realizes they let slip by. I don't know what Pellucid is. SNL was funny for the first time in 20 years. Yep. Atticus Flynn. Hey, stranger. The first true thing I've ever heard Gino say, because all I do is lie. Seth Pearl, not a fan of SNL. Funniest it's been since the 90s. So true. I'm sick of the left. Show more replies because I think one more guy disagreed with me. Gino, Samson Wrigley. Gino, it wasn't good. And I put, it was hilarious. What are you, retarded? You get it because they said retarded. And then it's Yahoo execs reading your tweet and subsequently overhauling its corporate structure. That's funny. You guys making fun of me like, this guy yelled at us. I think you're being sarcastic and hilarious. I'm a big Gillis fan, but let's be real. He kind of bombed. Only dick riders and cum-colored glasses will say it was the best. Call in Hot Water show tomorrow we can discuss. Only Unfunny Sketch was one without Shane. Of course, the opening sketch, of course it couldn't have Shane in it. The opening sketch was them shitting on Trump. And I have trouble now watching. It was all right. Definitely wasn't brilliant. He's had funnier stuff. And we're going to get to the article. Fine. All right. So here's what I'm saying. Oh, Dan from St. Louis. We'll get to him in a sec.
Nelson Peabody, the Daily Beast equals twat fest.
By the way, and if you don't get something I've never seen another performer do, fucking point out his parents. Point out his fucking parents. It's my dad. He's a fucking, and he repeated it. If you don't think that's great,
that was interesting, yeah.
It wasn't interesting, Dan. It was fucking glorious. It's faith, family, and football. It's fucking God, family, and your passion. And he fucking did all three. He did a church skit, which I didn't like that much. But do you understand? He literally called his dad. He busted his old man's balls because his old man taught him to bust fucking balls. He fucking said to his mother, he's like, I love my mother. He's like, when did I stop being your best friend? He told a true story. And then he made it a dick joke because he doesn't give a fuck about SNL, and he fucking said a lot, and he fucking said kids were gonna beat up someone for calling their family retarded. He fucking shoved it all in their cunt fucking faces. Yeah, but that was on his Netflix special because it's so perfect. It's the Netflix special that SNL wouldn't let him do until they got cucked and begged Shane to come back. And he said, I'm going to do something for my Netflix special, which probably will land with a lot of viewers because they're too fucking stupid. Not viewers, the viewers are us. Fucking the people in the crowd. Fucking this is new to them because they're too busy sucking this show's cock.
Frankie, can you say hi to In Hot Water superfan Judy? Her name's Judy.
Hi, In Hot Water show super fan Judy.
No, her name's Judy Stroyer.
Judy Sawyer. Hi, Judy Sawyer. Yeah, so I just sent you a link to my video just now. See, chat.
Frankie's
like Mo Sislak.
Sorry, I made it fucking so. Now, Frankie, look, this is you.
Not true. Not true. Not true.
Now, look at this.
Edited it. That's off. I cost $500 Canadian.
Watch this. Watch this. Frankie, it's right on your closet door. Look.
I don't see it at all. I don't see it. Somebody did it. This Polish
Look at
shop.
Louis.
That software costs $500 Canadian.
Well, Frankie, it's like if I didn't know any better, it would be like you keep like I watch a lot of SVU and people have souvenirs. And by the way, I just realized it's not just my headband; it's my hair.
I don't got those souvenirs at all.
Look at that Jew throw on Frankie. Frankie, when did you get a toilet put in your bedroom?
Not true. Not
Why
true.
are you letting a black guy use it?
Louis.
Frankie, you need better trigger discipline. You can't just have your finger resting on it like that. You got to keep it off.
I don't have it. Somebody did a
You don't
really
have
advanced
bad trigger
Photoshop.
discipline?
That software costs $500 Canadian.
How's your trigger?
I love Mondays. And how to make it better? Jake and Louie, everyone. Jake. That you can't show that video. Did you show that last night? I tried to kill Joe Curry. Instead, you've got America's favorite old fart. You fish out something from Love Connection. How did he?
I forgot about your video.
It's quite all right, ladies. But let's get to the point. The lovely Violet Brandani. Excuse me.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
You too were on the wet spot last night, correct?
Yes.
And you
lots of
just
fun.
came from Real Ass Podcast.
Yeah.
With Louis J. Gomez and Zach Amico. You ever see Zach
That is so
Amico do
funny.
stand-up, Garrett?
Can you get me on that show?
It stinks.
Do you want really?
What's that?
Yes.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
nothing. No, nothing.
Let me get that out of the way so we ever.
Oh, you're
By the-
amicus.
This looks like I'm about. Now you don't get to watch Chrissy and Violet. That's like pro wrestling. The top bill you have to fucking sub. Not that you guys aren't sub. Hey! Oh, let me put the mic here so you guys can hear me, and I'm not wasting a good microphone. If you hear a noise in the background, that is actually my cat scraping wildly at the box. Shout out Captain Miserable. We'll start with you. I didn't ban you in Keanu's chat, and if I did, you're not banned. He was saying, Keanu, he said I banned him in your chat, but we unbanned everyone. We set them free. The GOG has been released. Yeah, I thought we were buddies again, Captain. Oh, because you don't censor anyone. You don't censor. Stop it. What are you? I will get that. There's a cat here. Producer Roberto Thompson, did Violet ask about me? Did she? We literally had to turn the ringers off last night, didn't we, Keanu? We had to turn the ringers off because Violet this, Violet that. Robert asked him, house producer Roberto, what is up with producer Roberto and such? It was just exhausting. It was exhausting, Roberto. So yeah. Good afternoon, Chris Mack. Sizzle Chest, where'd you go? And then we'll get. I got to tell you, it is the laziest. Happy fucking Saturday, everyone. I got to tell you, this is the laziest of days here in New York. It is a rainy fucking Saturday, and I couldn't be fucking happier. Woke up with Keanu. I untied the ropes. She fucking was allowed to walk around the house, but not yell. The neighbors. And 6 is all feisty today. So it's the kind of day you make a cup of black coffee. You make it in a pot and you spill the boiling water everywhere, Michelle Dago. And you crack a cigar and you crank up the StreamYard and you fucking get to streaming. ACDC 5150. Keanu having another Newport day, laying in bed at 1 p.m. This guy's great. I see why UNO. I see you now. I think Pat Dixon is a girlfriend abusing piece of shit. Fuck Pat FPD. All right, I like this girl. Yes, the urinal cakes. Look, I can't. Now, Mile High, we need to discuss this. This is the elephant in the room. I woke up like people cannot wait, and I'm not. Gino is not wrong here. Okay, let's go right to the article. Okay, Brandon Staley, according to Adam Schefter, is going to be Brandon Staley press conference, Broncos, Jaguars. Yeah. They interviewed. Okay, first of all, I'll tell you this. Brandon Staley was interviewed as defensive coordinator, and we laughed about that. Now let's see the news by the Niners. Now it's let's go right to the local one. NFL rumors for the Bay Area, because I believe San Francisco, last I checked, is the Bay Area people. And let's take a look at this, okay? 49ers plan to promote Sorensen to DC, hire Staley as assistant head coach. Let me point something out to you right now. If this does happen, it's a fucking joke. Because never has there been a more useless... Okay, I'll play your fucking game. Can anyone in the chat for a fucking... Watch this. You think I'm fucking around? Watch this. I'll just willy-nilly shit. You ready? Look at this. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Can anyone in the chat for one of the Kiki coins that didn't really make the cut because it was later on in the run? Can anyone in this chat tell me the last person that was hired as an assistant head coach? Can anyone tell me? Because it's a fucking figurehead position. It is the kind of position, and I'm about to, and I don't even need, and then we'll get to shitting on Kevin, and I'll say it for you, producer Roberto, boyfriend of Violet Soren, whatever. I will say it for you because it is fucking going to prove my point in spades. And by the way, when I say in spades, I'm giving you a hint at the last guy. They keep the same structure defensively with internal promotion to defensive coordinator, but fucking that hunk of shit will have way too much influence on defense. Fuck you, Gino. See, Mile High gets it. He fucking gets it. It was not Jerry Seinfeld, Johnny Mills. It was not. It was not Brandon Staley, Joey Dago. I'm not sending you the coin. How have we not sent Joey and Michelle a coin? It was not Comedy Steve, Gina Marie. It was no one on the Swashbucklers, cockdiff. Are you happy, Keanu? It was not. Oh, my God. Scooby Jooby Jew. Eric Bieniemy was the assistant head coach in Dallas. And let me tell you what Eric Bieniemy was, okay? Running back for the Chargers. Loved him. His nickname, as you probably recall, was Eric Sleeping with Bieniemy. Did you know that? It was. Was it Bobo? Was it Ray DeVito? Yeah. Michelle Dago says, yes, we need a Kiki coin. And she has the cutest avatar. It's just a cartoon bear waving. I will ruin you, Michelle Dago. We'll even send you a nicer one. Not this Puerto Rican one I'm going to send Scooby Jooby Jew. We'll send you one where you can make out Kiki's beautiful face. Do I need to tell you? I love the Dago family. Tell you what, I'm not sending you a Kiki coin. Michelle, you have to send Joey and Joey Jr. to come get it at Compound. I'm doing this for me. You have to send those two pains in the ass to hang out with me again. Oh, she sent a heart face. Producer Roberto said, I hear Staley's not going to the 49er. He's going to the Gaytown Fencers. Is that correct, Keanu? Keanu, I love her. She loves busting my balls so much. She will never get a question right about football because she doesn't care. But when I said, hey, guess what asshole is going to be the assistant head coach for the 49ers? She goes, Brandon Staley, my Brandon. And I said, yeah. Okay, but getting back, how does Push-Ups not have one? Jesus Christ, I'm fucking giving these things away without permission. I am not authorized. I'm not an authorized geek. I will cover the $40. I will cover the $40 for push-ups and the push-up and the Dagos, okay? God almighty. If you don't understand What a figurehead bullshit. If this makes you feel any better, Mile High. PB Max, that's Max Loads. I believe the Seahawks have hired Leslie Frazier as an assistant head coach of this season. No, Pete, too late. It is, even he will agree. It is the most Captain Miserable. The Carolina cunts hired Deuce Staley, I think. No. I'm going to tell you right now. Fucking, if you don't understand what a shitty position it is given to people that they fucking need to make look fucking valuable or relevant when they're not. Dave Wanstead was an assistant head coach, and once he took over, I don't need to tell you, fucking he ruined the Miami Dolphins because he should have never been there. Fucking Eric Bieniemy was the offensive coordinator forever. You listen to me, and then we'll get to what real racism is, because what I'm about to say is not racist. It's cold, hard fucking facts. Eric Bieniemy was not good enough to be a head coach anywhere. But when the Chiefs were kicking ass and taking names behind a guy who's as great a head coach as he is a terrible fucking father, the very white and boring fucking, God, why can't I think of the name? This is my problem. I can't think of the names of head coaches. The head coach of the Chiefs, Andy Reid. Thank you. While fucking Andy Reid was leading people to titles, everyone's like, boy, someone's got to hire the offensive coordinator, Eric Bieniemy. Do they? Because all he is fucking a guy holding a title like the defensive coordinator. I guarantee you won't know for the Chargers, because he was so untalented. He just sat there and held a clipboard while Brandon Staley ruined the team defensively. I could do this all day. We have shit to get to. But finally, people said, well, Eric Bieniemy's black, and he's got to get a job. Otherwise, we're racist. So they sent him to D.C., where he sucked a giant dick. And now, you know where Eric Bieniemy is now? Anyone want to guess where Eric Bieniemy is now? Now, I'm pretty sure he's going where I said fucking Brandon Staley's going to wind up. Eric Bieniemy. News. Shall we? Enter. Andy Reid. Nope. Whatever he does, he's good at doing. Eric Bieniemy. Oh, here's one. Let's read this. Switch to this screen. Eric Bieniemy lasted 1 season with the Commanders. I'm tired of being right all the fucking time, people. It gets a little bit exhausting, shall we? Eric Bieniemy lasted 1 season with the Commanders. Here's what went wrong. He was hired because he was black, and affirmative action is so far behind us, it's retarded. How come we don't see articles on the head coach of the Texans? Oh, because he was just fucking great. In one of his first major decisions as the Commanders' new coach, Dan Quinn fired offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy on Monday with a year remaining. Seemed likely at the season's end when Commanders named Cliff Kingsbury. That's a bold move, hiring a white guy. The Commanders' job, which had its share of difficulties with an improvement, gave Bieniemy play calling duties and added the title of assistant head coach, but he inherited a roster that was built for the offense of the previous coordinator, Scott Turner. It included minimal investment in the offensive line. So you're saying he couldn't create his own offense? Are you saying Eric Bieniemy got the job just because of his color and not his talent? And when he went in, he just literally did what I said Brandon Staley did the whole time? Acted like he was in his old job going, do what they did over there. Go do that. And he got fucking fired. What don't you guys fucking get about me being right all the fucking time about this? Jesus Christ. And now they're going to give it to Eric. They're going to make Brandon Staley an assistant head coach. Do you know why? Because his agent probably sucks a major dick so he could look relevant and be like, yep, it's always a move to keep these guys in the fucking forefront when really they have nothing to offer a football team. And no one has ever fucking... Push-Up says, Gino is right. What is he talking about? Scooby Jooby Jew. So is that where it went? Is Bieniemy at UCLA now? Watch this. Let's go. Eric Bieniemy. Yes, baby. Oh, God. Eric Bieniemy is an American football coach and former running back who is... You ready for this? You can't make this up. He is now, look at this, guys. He's now the assistant head coach for the fucking Bruins. What don't you get about when people aren't talented, they fucking keep them relevant and say, we'll make him assistant head coach. And the last 3 seem to fucking be black guys and fucking one guy I want to call an N-word because he's been so hurtful, but I'm not racist like Kevin Brennan. We'll get to that. If you don't understand that I'm sorry we had to waste all this time, me trying to fucking comp, and trust me, If it makes you feel better, any better, Mile High High. Courtney Body Thompson says hi, baby. Would he be enemy? Seems like, yeah, offensive coordinator. Thank you, Scooby Jooby Jew. I don't know who this new Scooby Jooby Jew guy is, but I'm going to send him. DM me your address. I'm sending you a Kiki Buck, the shitty one. I'm just giving him away. Giving him away. I will pay you $40. No one, this one is collecting dust. 39. They're Bitcoin. They really are like Bitcoin. Captain Miserable says, Keanu, can you put a good word for me with Mikaline? See, Gino doesn't hate. I said I didn't hate you anymore. Michelle Dago says, Gino did not get my video the other night of Dago dancing to the Kiki song. I didn't get it. I sent it to your cell phone in Frankie's voice. Michelle Dago killing it. Gino, can I get a second apartment tour? Sure, push-ups. Look, that's Keanu saying not. Mike. How's that? Is that good, buddy? Anything from my boy push-ups. So funny. All right. What's the Patrick P would like to know what's the exchange rate for Kiki Bucks to rupee? Yes, the rupee. It's 1911. Steve Manzo in the house. Toodly doer, Gino. Faith, family, and getting jerked under a pink blanket. That's the family part. There you go. Push-ups is satisfied. So yeah, if it makes you feel any better, Sizzle Chest Pirates hat just came in the mail. All right, so if it makes you feel any better, Mile High High, I'm telling you right now, Patrick P says Taylor Swift runs the Kansas City Queefs, I thought. Jim Satala, there you are. Gino Wisconsin, good afternoon. Even though you don't take my, what do you mean I don't take your calls anymore? Just kidding. LO, just kidding about the calls. Not the good afternoon. I'm not racist either. I will say this, Jim Satala. Luby filled in 2 days this week, and she was the first to tell me, as we laughed about later on Wednesday, that she even said, she's like, oh, you had a lot of calls with Jim. I'm like, why didn't you tell me? She's like, I didn't know how to print them in the screen. I'm like, just raise the phone. She's like, I'm sorry. I wonder what that's like to actually admit that you fucking missed phone calls. Coctiv says Pfizer is the owner of the NFL. It's all going to be rigged now. And Voodoo X, just wondering when Mike Tomlin is going to get replaced. I guess you're a Steelers fan, or as Keanu calls that logo, the Seattle primary colors. Sean Out West football. God, I'm so. Is this computer going to be slow today? Is it going to be one of those days? Todd Pemper in the house. Well, I finally made it. Respect, glad you're doing it, man. There's Todd Pemper. Sean Out West says, how's Anthony doing? I had the pleasure of having a chat with Anthony, mano y mano. I love when Anthony's in town because I don't bother him. I know he's got a lot of shit to do. He's usually catching up with doctors. And I usually check in with him Wednesday. I go over to Sullivan's where he is not drinking and Gavin is there. And I will kiss the proverbial rings of both, catch up. And he's doing great, knock wood. And I'm just basing it on what I saw. He looks happy. He's got fucking great color in his face, and he's fucking loving living in South Carolina. He's loving the commute, and life is fucking good. So that's the best I could tell you. How many G's in figurehead? So again, to prove my point, I'm just going to say this. Oh, Bobby Noga, $2. Fuck sports bet. Bet which gig will surely no show to next. The Dabbleverse shows its beautiful face. All right. But this is the thing that if you don't understand how the universe provides, okay? Oh, by the way, speaking, I had to wake up last night. I'm not one to complain, but it was such a lovely night here at the Bisconti Kiki household, at the Chianti household, that we fell asleep and forgot to put out the flame on our Reed Street soap candle.
Oh my God.
Look, you can't even see what one this is. Neither can I. Appleberry Harvest. We almost burnt down the apartment because Appleberry Harvest.
The only candles known to man that your cat can't knock down.
Yes, we burnt this to the nub. And we almost needed much more than the 15% you will save when you go to reedsoap.shop. Enter code KikiBucks. By the way, the Appleberry Harvest, I hate to say this. It smells so good. And I just mean I hate to say it because there's so many other options you have. there's so many other options you have with Reed Street Soap.shop. You have Betrothed by Visconti, which smells like tobacco and fucking alcohol. Tobacco. You've got the signature Keanu cast candle. I may like that. And of course, when in doubt, the Untoward candle, named after her show, Untoward Tuesday. All right, there. Now that we got that out of the way, let me go back to fucking being terrible. All right, now I'm going to be honest with you guys. Patrick P says Eric the Viking is better. Love Monty Python. I don't know what that is. Just going to catch it. There you go. All right. So E-Rock needs to fire Bobby T or Luby. BYB podcast. If you don't know BYB podcast, they're on my shit list after they had Dixon. Pat Dixon is such a pathetic liar. He literally was lying on the BYB podcast. And he's like, well, I can't be in here if Gino's in here. So Pat Dixon wants people to believe he literally can't be on a podcast if I'm watching. That's how insane you let him be. And then BYB will be like, yeah, but we're just, fuck you. Fuck you. If you pick a side, either live in the fucking Dabbleverse bullshit or fucking try and do something different. But you did not impress me with that bullshit. Am I right, baby? Okay. Bobby Tambor is an unfunny Newport wannabe. Bobby Tambor is kicking ass on the POS podcast. Nick says hi, Keanu. All right. There you go. What's that? Nick says hi, Keanu, whoever that is. I was shitting on the Backyard Boys podcast for fucking letting Pat Dixon go on and lie and shit on me because it's all a joke to them. It's all a fucking joke. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. They love me, but they let Pat Dixon lie. But when I'm brutally honest with them about a fucking guy that was a drug addict that couldn't see his kid and they asked me for money, Gino's an asshole. No, fuckheads. I'm honest. I'm genuine. I'm begging you to treasure being alive. Okay? Yeah, but we got mad at you. Suck my dick. Yeah, but Pat Dixon fucking gets us views. Keep fucking simping for fucking views. Yeah, but we didn't like the way you talked about a guy that did so much heroin for so long, he couldn't see his kids. He came on our show and we shit on him repeatedly because it was good for fucking views. And then when you said, I'm not giving to his GoFundMe, he had no respect for life or his family while he was alive. Yeah, but that's mean. Fuck you. Fuck you. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Not fucking wrong. And then that took a turn. And then, what's that, baby? That's.
I'm just standing here with my dick in my hand.
There you go. Jeff Hillman. Gino, when I messaged you yesterday, you responded with a lengthy message that on my phone appeared as all caps. I know you speech to text. Just want to make sure all the caps, because you said what you did with passion, not anger. I don't know why it was all caps. But this is what drives me nuts. And it's almost like, and the universe does provide, or maybe I'm so goddamn good at what I do. Oh, I'm done reading Jeff's thing. Maybe I'm so goddamn good at what I do. Baby Noga says, I don't think this Baby Noga guy likes Shuli, honey. He says the Shuli candle smells like old wet $1 bills. You got a really good giggle out of Keanu with that, Baby Noga. Nick sent a heart when you said hi back, baby. Here's I-80 lady. I hope they find my body, and we'll get to that too. I'm sorry, but maybe Baby Noga wants to know if you're in the oof loyalty question. Oof, no BYB podcast. I'm sorry. I'll be glad to send you a link if you want to chat about this. But the bottom line is that you got mad at me for calling out a guy that fucking was a junkie until he died. And you're literally letting a guy who's a living junkie that assaulted 3 women fucking sucker punch me on the jaw. You let him on, you let him lie. And then you let fucking, what's his name, Granny go, I could see why anyone would want to punch Gino. Fucking, I've had it. I've had it with you guys being like, yeah, we're your friend, but, you know, it's being a fucking professional wrestler comes first. It gets exhausting to me, but I'm a cranky old man. It gets exhausting to me when people say, well, you know, Gino says the N-word, so obviously he's a racist. And I have to thank my dear friend Kevin Brennan, Because one thing I always say, Keanu will back me up on this. Fucking Garrett and Steve will back me up on this. How many times have I said, I never say the N-word by accident? There's never been a time in my life
Lenny Marcus, say
dropped an N-bomb and said, oops, never. Not once ever. Keanu, you spend a lot of time with me. Have we ever been in public and I accidentally said that word and went, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed? No, thank you, Keanu. Not on accident. Let me explain. Let me explain what fucking old racist people do. Okay? They fucking drop N-bombs because they're looking at a black person and there's a... How many times have you heard that guy that goes, the Nigger League Museum? These are just old guys that don't know any better. And speaking of old guys that don't know any better, I give you Kevin Brennan on his podcast yesterday. Shall we? We shall.
Lenny Marcus, say his name.
Lenny Marcus.
Leslie Jones picked up another gig.
Shall we?
Lenny Marcus.
Leslie Jones picked up another gig.
Now, you're not going to be able to find this because I guarantee you the fucking coward Kevin Brennan, who says this all the time off air, oh, but I'm the racist. Kevin Brennan, who literally, and the tweet is really worth viewing. The tweet is really worth viewing. I don't know who this new guy, Eugene Biss Washington, is with 2 G's. But he wrote, what the fuck? And he tagged. He held these people accountable. Remind me who says the N-word, and he tagged Ray DeVito. Here's your hero, Godfrey and Dante. Man, did MOC podcast Uncle Tom you two. He literally said that by accident. Wow. Just what he thinks when he thinks of Leslie Jones, I guess. Shall we, in case it broke up, shall we one more time, kids?
Lenny Marcus, say his name.
Lenny Marcus.
Leslie Jones picked up another gig.
Look at him. Look at his face. Look, oh my God. Look at Adam Hineker's face. Adam, the man who will do anything, not unlike BYB podcast. Adam Hineker, who will do anything for Papa Paycheck. Anything is like, whoa. And meanwhile, Chad didn't even blink because Chad loves this kind of shit. Loves this kind of shit. But look at Kevin Brennan's face because he doesn't care. He doesn't care. Keep giving me shit. Fucking people like Godfrey and Dante, because obviously Gino's a racist. Keep giving me shit after we showed that clip that no one owes you anything. You fucking owe. For the people that got whipped in fields for you, for people that fought in the Civil War for you, for people that marched on the Emmaus Bridge for you, for people that sat in the front of a bus and fucking got sprayed with fucking water hoses and rubber bullets for you. Yeah, but I'm black and there were fucking people that had slaves. Suck my dick. Suck my dick and get mad at me because I'm trying to fucking disarm the word that they're using to divide us while people like Kevin Brennan laugh when he says it by accident. God damn it, you get tired of being right all the time.
She picked up another gig.
Let's back it up.
She was
Lenny
Marcus, say his name.
Lenny Marcus.
You're not going to be able to find this because I'm sure they couldn't take it down quickly enough. Watch fucking Adam Hineker here in the lower right. Watch this take a turn.
Leslie Jones picked up another gig. She picked up another gig.
Let's back it up.
I love it.
She was
yep. And look at that.
Lenny Marcus, say his name.
What don't you fucking get, people? What don't you fucking get? Because, you know, if you don't understand, that's all. And this is your future BYB podcast. All it is just talking about how you have more views, make more in super chats than other people. It's fucking embarrassing. By the way, Courtney Body Thompson push-ups is telling we now have some solid numbers on the monetary value of a Kiki currency. A Kiki coin is worth more than a Kiki buck, and Kiki coins are worth $40. So Kiki buck might be a sawbuck. Yeah.
You can print out some Kiki bucks too.
Well, let's listen to AJ. Pat's following his attorney's advice and doesn't want to interact with you. No one cares about your fight, either Dixon except you two. AJ, do you understand that Pat Dixon literally fucking fled justice, has no fucking money, and that's why I was told not to fucking sue him? Do you understand? No one cares whether you care or not, because I have a show I do 4 days a fucking week that fucking does nothing but entertain. It brings in amazing guests like Jim Florentine, that Violet chick, I believe Chrissy Mayer was in today, Jake and Louie, who are the fucking next Otto and George. Do you think I care? I don't care about you people. I care about the fact that now that Pat Dixon is like, well, my show's called Enjoy. You think the attorneys don't see that? You think I don't have fucking emails to attorneys saying, you understand Pat is making money now? Well, we can verify the income and now's a good time to sue. You think I'm not having a fun world of my own? You think Pat Dixon isn't trying to fucking placate people like you that go by one eye and two letters? You think? Do you think Pat Dixon really said, I'm going to move to Chattanooga, that's where I want to be, when all that sustained him was fucking being able to say, I'm filling in for Anthony Cumia out of pity because I only have one show here and I'm too whacked out on Adderall to do it? Do you think it's any different? Do you think I worry? Do you think I care? Do you think this isn't fun for me because my life has only gotten better and Pat's has too because he's where he belongs outside of New York City? Jesus Christ, sweetie. Do you think I'm going to be like, well, you know, this avatar with one eye and two letters thinks no one cares? It's not over, baby. But thank you so much. And the other thing is, I love when people are like, well, my opinion is what everyone thinks. I love when fucking people go in the Reddit thread and say, Anthony, fire Gino, like Anthony's reading Reddit like it's the Sunday Times when that was still a readable paper, and they don't realize all the people that fucking are watching the show and tweeting about it fucking and all the following we have. But if you don't like it, if you think no one cares about Pat Dixon hitting women and fucking all you are is not an ally, obvious. Look, I understand, AJ, why you're only showing one eye, because the other one's black because you don't fucking listen. And you're the kind of dumb cunt that's in an abusive relationship and will defend your man and shit on the guy that's trying to help you. Hypothetically speaking, Keanu. Nothing, baby. Chrissy Mayer's boobs. Thank you for boob representation this week as opposed to the usual gay porn. Well, you know, we try. We try. It's a nice chat. Laundry room in the house. Maybe your keyboard is broken too. Do not know. BYB podcast. Grateful to be put on blast today. Todd Pepper. BYB is one step away from doing anything just to get in there and run it up, man. That's the problem. Like, we could not have been more supportive. Keanu did the show. Keanu did the show. I did the show. Oh, he wants the link. Hold on. Thank you, Keanu. Keep an eye on the chat if you're watching, because I will send him the link. Okay, we can have this. I feel like, by the way, hold on, because now, see, I'm sending you the link. Hold on, buddy. But when I went to my Twitter, look what popped up. Now, copy, email, messages. Sorry, it's so slow. My computer's slow today. No. Sending the link to BYB podcast. This will be fun. I love Derek. And see, this is how, like, but in the meantime, let's share this screen that someone sent me because I retweeted. God, I should really get better at this. Boop, boop. Look, somebody sent this Kevin Brennan thing.
Fucking niggers.
Oh.
Fucking niggers. Fucking niggers. Fucking niggers.
Now,
fucking niggers.
I'm going to be honest. And I'm going to fucking say something. I really do find that offensive because when you listen to it in hate speech, that is hate speech, okay? And I know, and this is a conversation I've had with people. It's like, I even yelled it in a rant this week. I'm like, I'm not going to say the N-word just so people are like, oh, I'm not trying to get away with it. Because when I was growing up, I grew up on a farm surrounded by Sicilians, and a lot of my aunts and uncles would say,
fucking niggers.
And even as a child, I knew that was ugly and hateful. I don't say it like that, okay? And I don't say it as often now because I'm trying to prove a point. But when that is hate speech, Okay, that's him saying it when he's angry. He says it because he has no respect when he's fucking talking about Leslie Jones, who you know he doesn't like. But yet fucking, and that's what the fucking Obama administration did. They taught you to be afraid to question authority, to fucking question fucking anything. And be like, nope, that word's always bad. Okay. You could fucking be in love with a woman and keep telling her she's beautiful. She could burn your eggs one day at breakfast. You could smash her in the face, look at her bloody nose and black eye and say beautiful. It's not a pretty word. This is where my wearing sunglasses started. Facts, Stancil history. I don't know what that is. Here lies Ro Cumia. Gino's always whining about something. Does she not see? I know Kevin, those damn Chiefs. Okay. There you go. Send Stu Kamens the link. Remember Stu Kamens? Do you? I don't.
That's why Stancil always wears sunglasses.
Why?
Kevin Brennan always wore sunglasses.
Oh my God. Kevin's beautiful boys. Thank you. Hashtag Stancil history. I like that. That's good. Shout out Mason in Portland with a $2 super sticker and a a wild-eyed Pete Carroll holding up the Super Bowl trophy. That will not happen again for a while. That's called a Pat Dixon breakfast. Thank you, baby Noga. Chris Mack, speech isn't hateful. No, it is not. Jim Stancil, what kind of Indian are you? From this end? Okay. So at any rate, the link was sent to the Backyard Boys, so we'll keep an eye out for him. Send John Balby the link. No. Joey Dago says, remember, kids, it's not hate if you love doing it. Knowing it is half the battle. God, I've got to, you know what I'm doing right now? You can't see because of the super chat, but I was literally picking this unborn twin, which will not go away. Chris Mack wearing a ski mask says it perfectly. Actions can be hateful, as can motivation. Bless that. Here lies Rokumia. Gino's a grifter that makes no money. Rokumia, you have one more chance to put in a useful fucking thing or you're fucking banned. I'm sorry. I mean, we'll give you attention. Everyone read this. Hold on. Gino's a grifter that makes no money. You saw the invoice I sent out 2 days ago to your son, Ro. It would break your fucking heart. All right, let's put Ro in a timeout, shall we? I don't even know. There you go. Ro is in a timeout. Ooh. Todd Pemper, got to go to work. Good day, Gino. Kiki and you both seem so happy. See you live this summer when we see the kid. Good day. It is. Push-ups. Send Violet the link. She's oh no, I will not send Violet the link. One, I don't even know her info. But two, it's almost like a discussion I had with another simp. That's why you can't beat a brick and mortar building. Everyone's like, some fucking guy's like, so what? Kevin Brennan gets chicks on. He gets pilled out chicks in a box that he tells to shut up. You know, it's another thing to have Chrissy and fucking Violet in there, or the other chick, the porn star, and I'm insisting on showing, they want to show her porn clips, and I'm showing videos of Ray DeVito. I've got problems. AJ's back. You ban people who hurt your feelings with words. No, they don't. I ban people that don't add to the chat. Let me tell you something. Thank you for having me prove my point. This guy fucking, Baby Noga does not like my dear friend Shuli. But when he puts things up, fuck sports betting, bet on which gig Shuli will no-show to next. Okay? I hate proving you wrong all the time, but you're just a dumb twat who thinks you have a point. And when he tweets, what did he send Keanu? Oh, Shuli's Reed Street soap candle smells like wet $1 bills. He doesn't get banned. Do you understand? But when people just say, Anthony sucks, Gino's a grifter, you're not adding to the chat. And I read your chat, but it sucks. Even you, AJ, I didn't ban you because you said no one cares, and I didn't say fuck you. Well, I did say fuck you, but I explained to you, honey, what's going on. And that's why you're still in here, so I can prove you wrong. Anything else stupid you want to say? Anything else? Because helps me kill time. Thanks so much. Dumb twatsicle. Is Mikaline Carolina or Clemson? She is Carolina. I knew that would trigger Gino. Can Waterman team up with Boltman, please? Me and Violet exchanged numbers. She'll call. She did. Fucking she did. That was at the bar. You gave her your number. Then we put her in an Uber, and Chrissy made us wait an hour because we had to be sure she wasn't dead. I hate responsible people. Then, you know how boring it is to be at Sullivan's and not drinking, sobering up while you know you're going to get a huge ban? Captain Miserable, bitchin' Keanu, let her know I'm a gamecock. Oh, bitchin' Keanu. I'm sorry about that. Thank you, Johnny Mills, who says, Gino isn't a pussy who silences those who don't agree with him. He puts them in their place. I'm all about spirited debate. Furby Slayer, Gino is too damn responsible. Oh, that's what, yeah, I really meant to read that. Thank you. Trust me, I know I'm not too damn responsible. Chrissy Mare's boobs, not to brag, but we've got Gino's number. Hey, shout out to the new guy. Cargo Colt Luau. Gino needs to be in the Waterman movie. Carl, get on it. So as I was saying, I'm sorry, I fucking kind of was idling there because I thought we sent, did what's his name ask for the link? He's a busy man. I'll give him some time to get ready. He's wheeling over to his, let me see if I got any text from him. Quadfather, send me the link. I sent it, buddy. Smiley face. Where's Charles when you need him? By the way, Gino was right about Charles too. Told everyone, I'm like, he'll get tired of calling. It's all he has. It's all he fucking has. And then he creeps into, he slides into my fucking YouTube chats every now and then. And he goes, yeah, let's just keep quiet. There's nothing to say to you if you're not calling, fag. Anyway. No one can. Oh, yeah, they can. Hello. Charles, how did you get my landline? Charles. Oh my God. By the way, AJ's, now I'm realizing AJ is a guy because it's a woman's eyeball avatar, and he just wrote, Gino, do you get any sun? You're as gray as Stut Joe. I get a lot of sun when I jump rope in the summer. There hasn't been very sunny here, but thank you. Oh, so yeah, I don't know what you asked for at AJ. Courtney Body, shut up. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, and AJ especially, when we disagree here on In Hot Water and Crackcast, we hash things out like my buddy, the Quadfather. Go for Quad. Hold on.
Hey.
There's my buddy. How are you, dude?
I'm good, brother. How are you doing today?
I think you see exactly how I'm doing. I'm doing quite well. I'm as loud and loud as ever.
I showed up for my whipping. I'm your whipping post today. Have at it, man. I get your point, but you know how we do. You're accurate on what you said about us. We'll have anyone on pretty much, and you should understand that at this point, being part of the Dabbleverse, the willingness to have anybody on. And I the way I kind of looked at it too, it's like it's been a year and a half. Maybe there's some water under the bridge, but maybe you don't feel exactly the same way about the whole thing.
Now, what you're doing here, the kids call it's a cope, and in my terms, it's called you're trying to justify what you did. Okay, and you're like, well, I thought it was water on. The guy is lying. The guy is $15,000 into me for me paying my own bills. And when he says stuff like, I can't even be in this chat if Gino's in here, and you don't say to him, you're lying. You're lying.
No, that kind of caught me off guard. And that's the first thing I said after he brought that up. I was like, yeah, right. I thought he was joking. And then he was like, no, I'm serious. I'll have to leave if you actually, if you talk to Gino through Super Chat on the show. I was like, oh, okay, fuck. I guess I won't ask.
And that's a lie.
Well, I don't know. I was caught off guard. I've never heard about not being able to read Super Chats on a show because there's a civil litigation going.
Any of my chats after that, and I sent you a $20 Super Chat, and don't get me wrong, I fucking love you guys. And I sent you that to show how serious I was, and then you're like, yeah, well, if Gino's in here, you let him get away with his stupid fucking lies. Like the court system let him get away with hitting 3 fucking women, 4 if you include me. I love saying that because it's an old joke. And everyone said, like, even when you put it in the court of fucking, you know, the court of public opinion, it's a sucker punch. And here's the perfect way to put it. When you don't square up with someone, when you don't walk up and say, hey, well, let's talk. When you just walk in and you're whacked out on Adderall, It's a sucker punch. And he
Right.
fucking literally goes lie after lie, and you're like, yeah, it's not. It's fucking bullshit. And fucking the next woman he fucking hits, you're complicit in that, Quadfather. You're complicit.
Godfather. Oh, I've moved up in the world. Yeah, I'm just a quad man.
That's all I'm saying. But here's my lesson to you, and you know I love you, buddy. But if you just want to be another fucking low tier show in the Dabbleverse saying we'll take anyone, that's fine. But you have a real opportunity. This is what I'm saying. Like Keanu came on, I came on, Steel Toe came on, legit people that actually talk about legit shows. Like even fucking Steel Toe, as much shit as he gets from fucking Fat Tit Mountain, you know, they do a show fucking twice a day, 3 days a week, 5 days a week, fucking they do it. And that's a show. But then you bring on Pat Dixon, who just has to be like, well, and by the way, I'll say this fucking for Hackamania, my fucking order of protection, which I sleep with every night, clutching in my hands because I'm so afraid of Pat fucking Adderall Dixon. That that expires well before the fucking Hackamania date. Just something to think about because, you know, I'll have to fucking get new locks on my door when he's not allowed to come and fucking terrorize me like the cunt that he is.
Yeah. As far as the sucker punch goes, I've heard for a year and a half people argue both sides of that. I get your point, and I'm not going to say you're wrong, and I get other people's points, and their points are valid. I agree that I think it's pretty much a sucker punch.
Stop. Watch this.
I agree with it being a sucker punch.
Stop. This is what people do. They use vagaries instead of specifics like I do. I tell you. No,
some people were like, for what you did with Felicia, that you should have expected him to be pissed at you. I'm aware of your.
I got to take him out. I'm going to take you out when you don't stop because this is when people are like, what you did with Felicia. What did I do with Felicia?
No, just brought her on your show. So apparently that's all it took for him to get pissed off. That's all I was saying.
So, okay. Well, no. That's not what you were saying. That's what you said now. And so he should have I should have expected him to walk in and sucker punch me for having Felicia on the show.
Maybe you shouldn't have expected it, but people have said that you should. Like you guys had.
Why did I have Felicia on the show?
In response to what he did to Keanu on the other show previously to that, right? Or was it already booked? You've said it.
Okay, this is why Quadfather has to sit in timeout and realize he's a fucking asshole. And I don't mean he's an asshole as a person, but he's one of those assholes that further these fucking lies. Every time I tell you this story, mine doesn't change. You're a stammering prick right now. Why did I have Felicia on?
She was already booked, right?
I booked her the week before for my birthday because, again, Pat Dixon uninvitedly came on my show. Pat Dixon creeped out Keanu. Pat Dixon
what I said.
Bumped another guest. What's that, baby?
Yeah, well, you had Bob filling in for you. You were gone. So it was your show, but you know what I mean? Like Bob Levy had Keanu on, right? No, I've watched it a bunch of times.
No, I booked Keanu and her fucking partner, fucking Alan to be on the show. There were two mics at the desk. Pat Dixon, if you watch the beginning of that, was so whacked out on Adderall and so delusional and so wanted to fucking flirt with Keanu. Why did he want to flirt with Keanu, Quadfather?
To mess with you?
Why would he? Right? Why would he want to mess with me? I wasn't even dating Keanu then. This was why would he want to mess with Keanu? With Keanu.
Are here.
I know. Why?
Tell Kiki I love her.
She loves you too, buddy. I love that you said that.
I don't know. He already was having issues. Like obviously he didn't like you. Before that, there was already like people would say,
we'll do a 3-hour show because finally, fucking, you're proving the point. Like you just say that thing with Felicia. Hey, fuckhead. Use specifics, but you let Pat Dixon get away with it. So watch this. We'll go back another step. Why did he fuck with Keanu?
Because she had sex with you and admitted that she had slept with you, and it bothered the fuck out of him.
Very good. But that's not why he was on the show. He didn't know yet that I was hooking up with Keanu, and that made him angry. Right. Why did that make him angry?
Well, Bob asked her about it, and that's what she said. Like, oh, I slept with Gino, and then he made faces and shit and was like, oh, God, you slept with that guy?
Yeah, and do you know why? Why? I'll tell you why, because you don't know, do you? And this is what's called just fucking back and forth with radio people. Because as we showed 2 weeks ago, or was it last week on this show, fucking when he fucking in a 2-day span. Fucking one time Chrissy filled in for Anthony and I was sitting there, and this was when Pat Dixon had been hanging out at the wet spot. He showed up to sit with Chrissy. He said, get the fuck out. He was whacked up, tweaking on fucking Adderall. Fucking he told me to shut the fuck up because he thought I was cock blocking him with Chrissy. And the next day he filled in for Anthony. Chrissy was on and he showed diving pictures of her because Pat was fucking losing his fucking mind. So to fucking do it all the way back, now let's go forward. Fucking Pat was whacked out on Adderall. We fucking did a steak dinner fucking after we did a show in AC. Asked Chrissy, all he kept saying was creepy things about when they dated. Fucking fast forward to us sitting at the desk. Fucking, I'm sitting there. He's whacked out and he's like, shut up. Would you fucking shut up? The next day he's showing creepy pictures of Chrissy. He fucking still thinks he's getting her back. He's not. The next time fucking he appears, he's trying to fucking look cool on the desk and Keanu's ignoring him. And then the last straw for him is Keanu's like, yeah, I fucked Gino. And he loses his mind, as you said. And then fucking I'm showing the clip the day I'm back and I'm like, maybe I'll have his girlfriend Felicia on. And fucking I have Felicia on and Pat Dixon lost, walked in, whacked down on Adderall and fucking sucker punched me. You think because of all that, I should have known he was going to fucking punch me? This is the easiest answer in the world, fuckhead. Now watch. Keanu,
So
watch.
do I think that? No. Do I think?
Now watch. He's going to say something that's 900 fucking words instead of yes or no. Okay, so should I expect?
I said no. You should not have expected that. But the other people say that.
Punch. Then if I should not have expected it, then it's a sucker punch, right? If I should not have expected it, then it's a sucker punch.
Permission to speak? No, so my point was that other people say that since you had Felicia on, and I agreed with you that I think it is a sucker punch. So from my side, 100% I agree. But other people say you had Felicia on, maybe you should have expected something to happen and protect yourself. Like when you saw him walk in the bar, not that makes up for his behavior in that moment. I would have to agree with you. I 100% agree that he went.
I care about my friend Derek.
He agrees with you.
I know he agrees with me, but this takes us all the way back to what started this conversation. You agree with me, but you have this sucker punching liar on, and you let him lie. And you're like, ha, 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 ha.
Okay, last night I have Malky Woodland. The guy is a psycho freaking biker, but he's probably done a ton of horrible shit in his life. I still have him on.
To who? To who that you know? To who that's been good to you? To who that respects you and fucking is respected by? Who?
Well,
Here,
do you
I'll
get pissed when I go on MLC?
What's that?
I mean, do you get pissed off when I go on MLC and Pat's there, or like
No,
some of these other people you're not happy?
That's not your show, and I don't get pissed off when you hang out with Ray, who, by the way, all right, look, I will have these arguments with you all the time, Derek. You know we fight all the time, but you know I adore you, and that's why I get mad. Like I'm screaming. I couldn't wait to give you. I gave you $20. It's the thumbnail for this thing, and I go, he's lying. And in my defense, and now you can laugh at me. I sit there like this, Keanu. I'm like, now Derek's gonna go after him. Derek's gonna go get him. And you're like, you can't be in the chat, and you know me. I'm holding my phone, going, no. So I can laugh at. I know I get crazy with it. You know what I mean? But you're stuck with me. This is how I get. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair, man. And I get it. I knew when I had him on, and I knew when you saw Pat Dixon was coming on my show, you were probably like, fuck Quad. What's his fucking problem? Jesus.
Yeah.
I get it. But I also, like, I'm part of the Dabbleverse, so I have all these people on. And I'm not too particular, and I don't feel like I have to, stand up for everybody else. Oh, stand up, get it. Stand up for anyone else and the problems. The loyalty thing. I do feel some loyalty to some people in the Dabbleverse, but for the most part, I'm willing to have anybody on my show just to see what they have to say. And we didn't, bring you up. I didn't have them on to, trash you or vice versa.
But by the way, AJ, see, that's why I don't ban you. Gino, have you gone to therapy for this punch? Pat's an a-hole, but you should be past this by now. I will not be past it, and I don't need to go to therapy. Fucking sitting at the desk is my therapy. I have pages of journals, which are my therapy. That's a legit question. But the bottom line is like my therapy is fucking making fun of him. My therapy is fucking holding myself accountable to every one of his lies and being able to back it up with this fucking thing. There's no therapy needed. Pat sucker punched me. I fucking paid my own bills. It makes me like myself. And Pat is making money now, continually lying. And and I say this all the time. Keanu will back me up on this. Even Derek will back me up on this. Like I sit there and bitch about it, but I keep going right back to it. Like I said, how many times did I say Keanu while I'm screaming at your show, Derek? It's like, why am I even watching this? I've told Keanu next time I bitch, you'll love this, AJ. I told Keanu next time I bitch about fucking about Ray, who we'll get to, Derek. This is great. About Ray or fucking Ray, who I sit there saying Ray's failed comic. I love watching him fail. Or Pat Dixon, the only thing he knocked down was himself to Tennessee. I'm like, Keanu, you should say, hey, when's your next gig? What's that new gig you booked? And I'm like, I'm not. I'm watching Pat Dixon on MLC. Yeah, that's good, Gene. That's good, Gene. Don't book another gig because you're in New York. And I tell her that, So like one thing I will be the first to admit, I go willingly into this fucking aggravation. It's not like I'm a victim going like, why is this happening to me? Because you can't get enough of it, moth to the fucking flame. But yeah, to circle back to that, I don't give a fuck when you go on. I didn't even give a fuck that you had Pat Dixon on. I just lost my mind over that. You know what I mean?
I do. It's momentary and whatever. We'll all get over it. I know that you're a forgiving guy, so even if you get pissed off at me, you always come back full circle.
Well, it's not bullshit. I say this all the time. Like I get pissed off at people that I like. You know what I mean? There's people that I like. I don't get pissed off, and this is a good point. Like I don't think I get pissed off at Pat Dixon. Like I say it all the time. Like I get pissed off at Adderall Pat Dixon, but the person I went to hug during that sucker punch, see how I keep my brand going, was my friend Pat Dixon that I'd worked with for all that time, So when he's on, I'm not like, fuck you, Pat Dixon. I'm like, fuck you guys, yell at him. But enough about Pat Dixon. Let's get to another psycho that I'm glad you, like.
I-80 Ray, time for the serial killer himself.
I-80 Ray. Shout out Jim Satala. He says, Gino, wouldn't it be funny if Chad actually did get beaten up by Pat Dixon instead of always lying about getting beaten up? I would say that would even things out. That's true. But again, we talked about Pat when Luby, who was great this week, while Luby was not taking your calls. Florentine said it perfectly. It's like we know Chad. Chad's a fun guy to hang with and drink with. He's just an idiot. But when he gets into the Dabbleverse, he gets out over his skis, a phrase people seem to like that they think I invented because I guess no one ever heard of it, and says ridiculous shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Chad's crazy, but that's another good example. Like, I hate Chad's guts for the most part, but I probably would be willing to have him on my show too, just to have an actual conversation with the fucking guy. Because I think that's the healthiest thing you could do is just have all these people on and have an actual conversation.
Yeah, fucking Captain Miserable, who I like. I don't know why. I did not ban you from the chat. And if you're banned in Keanu's chat, we'll look into it because we unbanned everyone. I've had many patients. Is Captain Miserable an actual doctor? I'll Skype him in and AJ can watch him break me down for 4 days. What's that? Captain Miserable. I've had many patients like Gino. He is annoying as fuck, fact, but at least entertaining. Thank you. The ones like Ray and John made me leave psychology. Oh my God. Dave Smith on Candace Owens just dropped both have issues with Ben Shapiro. They're amicably. If you vote, do so conservative. Thank you, Patrick P. But here's the thing. I don't know who fucking even Gabe Horn is, but I don't know. Should I know who that is?
Gay porn? Do you not like gay porn?
How did I just? Oh my God. What's that? Did I do what on purpose? Gabe Horn. Gay porn. Well, in my defense, he dates Judy Stroyer. But the way first of all, you totally got me. I'm not running for this. Did you get it was gay porn? But the way you put it in there, okay, it is pretty good. But by the way, another reason I didn't notice it because I missed George's comment. Remember I was saying I do therapy and write in my journals. Dear diary, Pat punched me. It hurt.
That's great. That's great.
I'm gonna write that in there next time. Dear diary, Pat punched me. It hurt, and the avatar is gold. All right. So as I was saying, and we'll get to the. I hope I'm trying to keep up with the comments. Gina Biscotti, what is worse, Hillary Clinton or Pat Dixon? Hillary Clinton's the worst. When you say I have no problem with Pat Dixon, when you bring up Hillary Clinton, out over his skis in Obama administration terms. So as I was saying, and I got to bring this up, like Ray, in my defense, I've told you Ray's a fucking lying professional victim. I even beat you to that punch. And Keanu's like, oh yeah, when you connect the dots, he's a psycho. Well,
I get it.
yes, okay. I'm not complaining about being blocked. Keanu, please translate for me. But Ray DeVito, for $150, apparently, did this show.
Will Mayer, Dr. Chow. Yeah, that was fucking pathetic. He should have never gone on that show.
Oh, do you understand? This is his. Am I wrong? This is his. Hold on, cancel. Because this is literally his Sanjay Gupta moment. Like when Sanjay Gupta went on Joe Rogan, you know, to talk about the vaccine and shit, you cannot convince me he was arrogant and he's like, please, I can handle Joe Rogan. And Joe Rogan, I can handle this host of, because the left is so arrogant and out of the loop and don't pay attention. You cannot convince me he wasn't like, I can handle this guy. What was he, a comedian? He hosted Fear Factor. And then he went on and fucking, he calls him out. He's like, it was wrong for them to say it's horse space. Yeah, it was wrong. It was. And when they made me yellow, yeah, they shouldn't have done that. They shouldn't have done that. It's a lie. And he's like, habada. And am I wrong to say, because are you basically the co-host on fucking Ray's Rock Bottom podcast?
No, I'm on there like once or twice a week though, usually. But yeah, I know what you're getting at. The explanation for his wreck.
Oh, I'm getting to that in a sec. But by the way, real fast. And he fucks puppets. Apparently, the Tukey story, was he making that up? Did Ray really fuck that puppet, or did Tukey make that story up?
No, that's factual information. That's actual truth. Tukey was a puppet given to Ray as a child because his parents saw that he didn't have any friends. So Tukey was given to Ray, and Ray he started going through puberty, and he made love to the puppet, and then magic happened, and Tukey came to life from Ray's dumb cum. Ray's dumb cum made Tukey.
Jim Satala, the puppet was on cleanup. Can we take Ray? I hate this. No, we can't. Hobo chili recipe, and I love this guy. I hate when people are like, yeah, we want to take his Dago card. We don't, because every race needs stupid fucking people. Okay, but we're not Cargo Cult Luau showing video evidence of the puppet assault. Captain Miserable says most of these guys like Stevie Ray, John Chad et al. Would never survive the O&A days. Cumia, Jimmy, Colin, Patrice, and Boss, yeah, would rip each other's souls out and laugh. So here's the thing. Like, so I compare it to, and it's the nicest thing I'll ever say about Psycho Ray DeVito, who, and this is the question I ask everyone in the Dabbleverse. Remember when they first started making jokes about Ray killing people on I-80? Am I wrong? We'd be like this. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny, right? But now,
yeah. Now it's the whole thing.
Yeah, you're like the 100%. That's funny. Now it's like 80% funny and 20%. You start wanting to look at like where he's appeared, and you do. And our guy Mule, uber fucking in hot water fan, I should say uber Boltman, and Steve Conti dump it. Mule fucking literally just calls into places laughing, going, he's murdering people. By the way, hit the like button, you cowards. So it's like when Sanjay Gupta went on Rogan, he's like, this guy's the host of Fear Factor. He's a fucking idiot. What does he fucking know? And you cannot convince me. Ray, who, am I wrong? You get to hang with him once or twice a week. He's the definition of stupid people think you're stupid. Ray is...
Yeah, because every time he explains something, he explains it like 3 times. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Do you understand do you get my point, man? Come on, man. Do you get it? Like, and then he'll explain it. Yeah, he does do that a lot. Like, as if we're not keeping up with him. Right.
The time he yelled at Keanu, and it was on your show, Quad, remember? And he's yelling at Keanu.
Yes.
And Keanu goes, "You're just," and Keanu, like the school marm goes, "You're just mad because I caught you in a lie, Raymond." You know, and he's like, "Ah." So if you,
I'm out of here.
yeah,
That's what he did.
He's another one. Like say what you want, but find it's always fucking. It's always fucking. What's the movie? Fucking. God forgive me. Midnight Run. Does that phone ever ring? Have I ever run from a debate or discussion? Have I ever said get him the fuck out of here? And they're like Gino bans.
No, you're more than willing to insert yourself into a conversation and to have it out. That's the way it should be. I don't give a fuck.
On,
that's the first time I ever had.
Hello, go for Gino and Derek. What's that? Oh, does a phone? I missed the bit. Back to you, buddy. I'm sorry. I do insert myself, but I want to get.
No, the first time we had Ray on.
Go. I'm sorry, buddy. Go.
The first time we had Ray on, that's you jumped on. We kind of had you jump on without his knowledge, and it kind of freaked him out. But that's the first time I ever hung out with Ray, and we kind of ambushed him with you, and had the whole conversation of your guys' discrepancy. But yeah, we had it out. We had the conversation. He heard what you had to say, but then he ran away because he didn't have answers, kind of like the wreck thing. And the wreck thing's bizarre to me, man. In all honesty, and I hang out with him. I don't know if he's that just out of it that he doesn't have answers for something that simple. But if I broke my neck and stuff. I know everything in my body that got broken and is fucked up, and like I could tell you every specific part. Like I don't understand how you kind of know what happened to your body in a wreck.
Quad,
like,
hey Quad,
it might be my
Quad. Can you turn your microphone down a click or two?
Yeah.
Several people have noticed. I like things loud, so I don't care. But yeah, done. I should have just put it in the chat, but yeah, done. So yeah, back to what you were saying.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's great. So what were you saying?
Yeah, I mean, like, you should know exactly all the injuries that you got in a wreck. That is fucking weird, and he has no answers for it. And then, like, the next night I went on his show, and I asked him all that stuff, and he really still didn't have answers a day later, but you can go back and see that. I asked him all the same questions over again, and he kind of didn't have answers even a day later, so it's weird.
Oh, there it is. Okay, good. So yeah, but that's just it. Gino has a payphone in his apartment. Somebody said your mic is the same loud, but the anger of a man who hasn't had sex in 35 years. I bet cell phones don't go off when Ray's having sex.
Well, the problem is he can only get off when he's strangling a lady to death, and then he can make white in them.
Hold on. So here's the thing. I don't know why I keep doing. There you are. I'm sorry, Quad. So this is what gets me crazy. So DeVito goes on, and tell me I'm not wrong. Quad. No disrespect. I'm not trying to. I don't even know who ATP is. I don't know who's ATP.
Yeah. Shit. What's his name? Addicted to Profits. Addicted to Profits.
Oh, that's Addicted to Profits.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to that guy?
I guess he ran out of money because he used to be like a huge benefactor of MLC, and then he just stopped giving money all of a sudden, and they kind of quit talking about him for the most part. Lil Mir's like the same thing. I think they just ran out of daddy's money. I can't explain it.
Captain Miserable knew it. Okay, so apparently Melton clobbered him. He's addicted to Steakums now. Wait.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know how Melton does his breakdowns. He definitely dug into ATP's life and saw, gave us a glimpse into it, and maybe it freaked ATP out, but he's done the same thing to all these guys.
Yeah, and if you don't understand why it's a grip, Jesse James saw this. It's on the GoFundMe. Here's the thing. Like, I could tell you exactly. Like, I broke my collarbone when I was in 8th grade. I remember I was on the playground. I fucking ran into Robert DePrimio. I knocked me unconscious or knocked me out. When I came to, I was in the nurse's room and I couldn't move my arm. Went to the doctor. Okay. Thankfully, I've never really broken anything else, knock wood, other than like a wrist when I fell on it snowboarding. I found out later. My hip is next. Thank you. But if you don't understand, like, this makes no sense. And if you don't understand, like, first of all, it's like the fucking, what's the thing I was going to say? It's like Sanjay Gupta. It's like literally Little Mir and fucking Chow. I said maybe have 8 months podcasting experience combined. Am I right? 8 months. 8 months. And they give him $150 to go on. And Ray goes, well, I'll talk to these idiots about anything. And watch him just, it's eerie how just like you keep saying Ray's a liar, Ray's insane. And just look at Ray's face. He's always miserable. Watch this fucker lie.
Of Ray DeVito. Ray, it's an honor to have you on, sir, again. Thank you so much for coming on tonight.
What's going on, fellas?
I just wanted to get some off my chest right off the bat. I want to apologize to you
we don't
for
care.
stealing Ari Jane's StreamYard account.
And you know he's fucking with him. Am I wrong? That's him fucking with him, right?
No, that's a total dig at him. 100%.
Sorry. Yeah, and look at his face. Oh, I don't care. He cares. By the way, I can't even look at Addicted to Profits now because he just looks like a fucking failure. It's like, all right, I can't get attention with money now. Now I'll go on air. That's all some of these people are.
To Kevin Brennan.
He looks like a trans
Can you
lady.
apologize. Like you're gonna get me in trouble for being here if you don't apologize.
And right there, he just outs himself. He's like, don't get me in trouble with Kevin. I need to go there and get shit on for money. Like,
Let's squash the beef.
Yeah, we'll squash it. Have Kevin reach out to me. We'll squash it. I don't know how to get a hold of him.
How about you? Can you apologize?
Yeah, absolutely. I apologize for both things.
Gino,
do you think you actually won that roast against Chad? It was pretty close.
All right, this one I got to tap out.
I'm serious. I mean, the votes were like 50-50, right?
No, it was like 70-30.
That's still
Chad
pretty close.
claims that like Melton got all his people to like vote for.
That's fine, but
I really did think Ray, you beat Chad in that one. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, it makes
sense.
It makes sense to me, Quad. It's like this ATP guy. I can't wrap my brain around.
That's kind of disrespectful.
What's he doing now?
Podcast we paid you for.
No,
You're
it's
watching
all
the
good.
game. I know it's like a Southern John.
He pretty much just does this shit with those guys. That's all I see with him. And he doesn't have much to offer in the podcasting world, as far as I can tell. He's just kind of there.
Right, but what's his fucking what's his
walk me through
what's his credibility? Hey, I used to give you guys money. It's like when Borges.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, I mean, a lot of these guys are just ex super chatters, right? They used to just hang out and be huge donators.
One ex super chatter that I like. Did you remember when Mr. Kill Everything was on MLC with his wife? I thought they were cute. Everyone was shitting on him, but I thought he was cute. He was just there hanging out. I was like, yeah, I want to start podcasting. But he wasn't like acting like they already took Addicted to Profits out. All right, let's listen to Ray lie and watch his face and watch how he can't be. It makes no sense. Like
happened with the accident because
I don't know. I got sideswiped by a semi, and that's all I know.
How do you know you got sideswiped by a semi? Because I've heard you tell the story, and it sounds kind of made up.
No, I mean, I was unconscious. I don't know. That's what a woman who pulled over and called 911 told me.
So, Ari Jane, we were just talking about you when, welcome, Ari Jane. We were just laughing about how fucking Dr. Chow totally fucking trolled. And by the way, you could freeze this video at any point and look at Ray's fucking, he's literally like a criminal in interrogation. He's just like, I can't believe these stupid fucking people. God. He said, you probably heard it, Ari, but he's like, yeah, sorry, I stole her StreamYard. I don't, he cares. All right, let's watch your friend Ray lie, Ari.
So what happened to the car? So
the car was totaled. The car was totaled. I never saw the car again. I don't know what happened to the car.
You don't? You didn't try to total it out? Maybe get some bread from it or anything?
Here we go. Let's hear this again.
You don't? You didn't try to total it out? Maybe get some bread from it or anything? You just left it alone? You just said, fuck it?
I was unconscious. I had no idea what happened.
Oh, I mean, after. Okay, I got you. Okay.
I mean, I was.
Afterwards, you did something, right? You saw the car?
No, I never saw the car.
So basically, he walked away. He was carted away from his car wreck. He didn't ask about the car. He didn't. This makes no sense right there. All right.
I was in the hospital for like a week and a half. I never saw the car. The car was total.
What injuries?
By the way, I was in the hospital for like a week and a half. Am I wrong? That's where like when you're exaggerating about how much money like you got paid. I got paid $758. He's just adding to make it bigger. Am I crazy? This is insane.
For sustained.
Yeah, I'm sure it's in the GoFundMe. A lot of shit happened. I don't know exactly what happened to me.
I'm sure it's on the GoFundMe. A lot of shit. Now, Quad, do you understand? Remember how I painstakingly made everyone fucking sit through me walking through the Pat Dixon, why it wasn't a sucker punch?
Yes, or why it was a sucker punch. You mean?
But do you remember like how, and I'm sorry that it was so long, but my story never changes. It's always about 10 minutes long. I apologize. And it's very specific. And it started when you said that thing with Felicia. That's not specific. That's because you don't know. And so he said a lot. So can I see the medical record? Injured. A lot of stuff.
It's on a GoFundMe. So why don't you just go look at the GoFundMe and it'll tell you what happened to me.
Yeah, it's on details on the GoFundMe. How long patient was sick for? Week and a half? Stop it. Are you insane?
I broke bones. I know I broke. I think I had a collapsed lung. I think there was like broken collarbone. Maybe I don't know. I'm sure it's in the GoFundMe, like everything that happened to me. But yeah,
where is this GoFundMe?
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
Does it
I
come
couldn't
up?
do shit for a while.
Ray.
Yeah, it does exist.
Were you able to get any money from
Ray was
insurance
bumped.
during this time?
No.
Ray was bumped
No,
by
I
a
didn't get any
jitney
money
in
from
AC.
insurance. Hence why the GoFundMe was. There's no insurance. Also, like the insurance I had was
And listen,
it just covered the damages.
Subject.
I couldn't do shit.
Me tail
for a
off
while.
on the line to change the subject.
Yeah, were you able to get any money from insurance during this time?
No, I didn't get any money from insurance.
No.
Hence why
I needed the GoFundMe.
was. There was no insurance. Also, like the insurance I had was it just covered the damages to
Chris Mack saying you were in the GoFundMe. It says 3 days, but maybe they made.
I'm so mad he interrupted him there because you know what he was about to say? He was about to say, am I wrong? Only covered the damages to what, Quadfather?
It's so what I asked him all this shit the next night, and he said I asked him, did you just have liability? And that's what he said. Yeah, all I had was liability, so nothing got covered by the insurance company. So that I think he's just being an idiot and talking in circles because he can't like just explain it simple. Like his mind jumps all over the place when he's trying to explain this. It's fucking weird, man.
Ray was sideswiped by fame. I fucking love it.
I asked him all these questions the next night, like literally, like all the stuff you're wondering. I actually asked him all those questions and got answers. So he said he went from the hospital and he was still all fucked up. And he went to like his sister's or aunt's house and laid there for like 5 weeks trying to recover. And he said the only time he saw his vehicle was like 2 weeks later. The lady that stopped and saw the wreck sent him pictures of it. And he said he never went and saw the vehicle, never went and got his personal effects out of the vehicle.
I got to interrupt you there. And AJ got the answer right because he interrupted him. He was about to say, fucking remember how we said he abandoned his car? Remember? Listen to this.
It just covered the damages to
Chris Mack saying you were in the.
I cannot fault Dr. Chow or any interviewer for interrupting someone, but you said it. He was going to say it covered the damages to his car. The car, Ray, that you just said you abandoned and you never went back for, that doesn't make sense. So basically, he told the insurance company, yeah, you can fix up that car. You can pay for the car. Am I crazy or does that make zero sense?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, but he also said he had liability so that if it was a total, then there was nothing to go recover. Even from the insurance is not going to cover your vehicle. If you're the only person that wrecked and there's no other vehicle that's in the wreck, then they're not going to cover anything. That's what he was saying. I had to ask him the next night because I was totally confused about the entire story after I watched this. It's a mess, man.
He only had liability. It doesn't make any sense, and you are crazy. Thank you, smartass. And Jim had a good point. It's raised. It never makes any sense. Okay, but now watch how the lying really kicks in here, or what I think is lying, because he just can't even face the camera.
GoFundMe, it says 3 days, but maybe they made it. I'll back up Ray on this. Maybe they made the GoFundMe.
I have no idea, dude. Yeah.
I have no idea.
So you don't remember anything from it?
Okay, so he's nervously drinking and not watching the
I
camera.
just woke up in
You don't think that's crazy?
What do you know why they put the neck brace on you then?
I have no idea. I know things are broken. I know I had broken bones. Exactly what bones are bones were broken. I have no idea.
Still
look
to
at his
this
face.
day, you have no idea like what you broke.
This doesn't infuriate anyone in the
where the
medical
accident
or
happened.
comedy profession, not in that order. Look at his face. Like, now what? He's like really gearing up. Am I crazy, Quad?
No, it infuriates me too. That's why I had to ask him all this stuff. Like it's infuriating listening to him try to explain lots of stuff. But this is probably the worst explanation I've ever seen to anything. It's bad, dude. You can't explain it away.
Again, this is what I'm talking about with the fucking it's like Sanjay Gupta. It's like, I can handle fucking Little Mir and Dr. Chow. I'm a podcaster. First of all, Ray, you're not a podcaster. You're a lol cow or LOL cow. Fucking you go on Kevin Brennan's to get shit on. You literally opened this podcast saying, please don't shit on me. Excuse me, please apologize to Kevin Brennan so he doesn't get mad at me. Now let's watch the lying really start as he starts swaying in his chair.
Happened.
No, it's on I-80. It was on I-80. It was somewhere in Pennsylvania.
Somewhere in Pennsylvania. You wouldn't know the exact spot.
Do you know what time of day it was?
I can show you the
No, it was in
spot
the middle of the night.
on Route 40 in New Jersey where I flipped my Jeep over. Well, it fell on its side. God forbid. Flipped over makes it sound like I did a tumble. I can show you the exact spot where I fucking went to avoid ready for this? A Dodge Neon. When I went to pass the car, was already passing two cars. I swerved back, lost control, went sideways. I can tell you the exact spot. What's that? No, walked out the back window. Could tell you the exact spot.
Well, maybe he's just really nervous because, like he said, he was on I-80. Maybe he was out there like trolling for women to murder, and he just happened to get in a wreck, and he's having a hard time explaining all this away because he doesn't want to get busted for the murder. He doesn't really care about the car wreck.
Yeah, there you go. By the way, shout out Steel Toe with a nice orange fellow. Rocky 90 and 92 for today, Gene. Miss you, sweet cheeks. I have been doing, let me talk to my boyfriend a sec, then we'll get back to Ray. You know what Rocky Patel's I've been doing, and it's weird that they don't have them everywhere? I miss you too, buddy. So I don't know. I know we talked, and then we'll get back to Ray. I know we talked about doing a fucking Rumble Friday yesterday, but I was so beat I overslept, and I woke up to you in April doing a much better one anyway. But I've been doing these, the Rocky Patel Sun Grown. I don't know if you can get them there, but I love these. It's a perfect little stick that I might.
Would you say you're having a rocky day?
What's that?
Would you say you're having a rocky day?
How can I be having a rocky day when I'm hanging? Good night, Mr. Thompson. How can I be having a rocky day when I get to bullshit with you and fucking talk to my boyfriend? Yeah,
you missed the show. You missed Steel Toe yesterday because you were having a rocky day.
I don't get it. I feel like you did it just to troll me now. I can't wait till I'm giving him the 20 back. I don't even want this 20. I cannot wait till Sunday night. I cannot wait. I'm giving you $21. Go fuck yourself. No, don't give the money back. What is I'm sorry that my betrothed has some bizarre sleep schedule. So I wake up finally to the second 2 hours. Was it in the first 2 hours of the show? I'm not talking to any. You know what? I'll pull fucking Quad right out of the fucking chat. Now, by the way, I'm having a rocky day. Are you happy? Are you happy with? Fucking, let me tell
Perfect.
You, right
Perfect.
now, Aaron is just patting himself on the back. He's sitting there lighting his. I'll be Aaron right now. That fucking dummy. I'll teach him to sleep through the 6 a.m. portion of my show when Keanu's just finishing her dinner.
Yeah, does that cigar have quite the punch? You having a rocky time with it?
Is it all cigar puns?
It's all rocky puns. It's all right. You got to have a rocky pun all ready to load it up.
Is that why what's his name kept saying I'm having an rocky day, Melty?
Yes, exactly.
I'm not giving a writing credit to fucking Steel Toe. Fuck Aaron. Hobo chili recipe. He hates Aaron. I'm kidding. Aaron, go be chubby somewhere else. You're built like a plate of mashed potatoes. Haha. As opposed to the mashed potatoes we made last night on the Cooking with Kiki stream, the shepherdess pie and the Kiki, the crispy Kiki salad. Oh, thank you, Hobo Chili Recipe. And all kidding aside, Steel Toe, Aaron, keep an eye on the mail. Keep an eye on your mail, buddy. Something is coming in the mail as well. Where was I? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Shitting on Ray DeVito. It gets time consuming. Mule. Mule literally called a place saying Ray is killing people, and he couldn't stop laughing when he said it. He's like, but he's killing people.
Yeah. We can credit Mule with discovering the fact that Ray is the I-80 murderer.
Maybe. And by the way, shout out good night, Mr. Thompson, who simply puts in his chat, cut your damn potatoes, people. This guy gets me. So as I was saying, as I went to, because I'm having a rocky afternoon, fuck you three. Fuck you three. Now watch, Jim Satala says, Aaron always keeps his eyes on the males. I saw that hot tub stream. Take it easy over there, gorgeous. I could go get a drink and just let you three handle this. Fucking everyone's funnier than me. So now watch. I'm laughing so hard my abs hurt. Ooh, someone has abs. All right, so getting back to Crazy Ray, watch the swaying start. Am I crazy, Quad? Watch.
Driving back from New York City to Cleveland.
I just can't do this anymore. Hang on a second, bro. How do you not know what bones were broken after you were sober, bro?
Yeah, that's the perfect.
Like, how
I
do
have no idea. That was,
you don't remember if your foot was broken, your arm was broken, nothing?
No.
How? I don't get that.
I don't either.
I want to say my collarbone.
Logically,
I want to say my collarbone.
Comprehend that.
This
How do you
is
not know which
infuriating
bone
what a
was
dumb
broken in
liar
your
he is.
own body? That the nerves are sending messages to your fucking broken shit that you couldn't comprehend what was broken.
No, I'm not a huge fan of Little
You
Mirror
weren't,
and
like,
Dark
10 years
Chow,
old.
but
You
I'll
were
definitely have to
in
give
your
those guys
middle
credit
age a
for.
little bit.
I mean,
Explain
Little
that
Mirror
to
did
me.
have
Were
a
you high on
great
drugs, or
questioning
were you
on this,
sober?
and Dr.
No, it was
Chow
beating
was
the thing.
pretty funny in the beginning. That was pretty good, dude.
I
But
don't care if you like
yeah,
or
the
not
only
like
thing
it.
I can think is that maybe Ray got some like brain damage in the. He said he did, so I don't know. Maybe I'm having a hard time like coming up with reasons why Ray might be mistaking all these facts. I'm trying to help him out, but it is in this interview is impossible to be like, this story sounds legit. It totally does not sound legit.
What'd you say, Kiki? Oh my God, gladly. I will send Aaron the link. So wait, as I was saying, hold on. I'm telling him I'm emailing it to him because it's just easier. Invite, Gmail. But that's my point. You know what? Another thing that drives me nuts, Quad, like whenever someone is like, tell him it's in his email. Whenever someone's like, well, where the fuck? Okay. Why won't it send? Stop it. There it is. Sorry. So whenever someone's like, well, you know, he might have brain damage, then why are we giving him a pass as a comedian? Why? Because he's a terrible comic. He lies. He's a piece of shit. And fucking, it's like, well, you got to be nice to him. He has brain damage. Then you be nice to him and keep him out of harm's way and keep him off of stages and keep him from being behind the wheel of a car. All these things. So my point is, Ray doesn't have brain damage. He's just a fucking dolt who's so used to being a victim that he really plays the feel bad for me, I'm stupid card, all the while thinking he's smarter than everyone there. Am I wrong? I'll take your answer offline, Keanu.
Garrett's not gonna like all this trash talk, man. You know Garrett's a huge fan of the Rock Bottom podcast. I don't know if he's gonna like hearing about this. You trashing his hero.
You can pass. But listen, and now he literally, when he says, I don't know, some bones were broken. Smartass says, come on, Gene. He could be he says, come on, Gene. He could be a great guest on In Harm's Way. Why would you keep him away from it? That's a good bit. That's a good bit. Thank you, Smartass, for cross-promoting.
Yeah, he would actually. Andrew Harms would make a great co-host for Ray. That's a fucking great matchup. I'll have to offer that suggestion for sure.
And here's another point where I'll point out I love being wrong. The first time, and we joke about this all the time, the first time I saw Andrew Harms on the Wet Spot, I said to Chrissy, I'm like, Chrissy, what are you doing? You're not one of these people that has like a fucking stupid sidekick, blah, 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 blah. and Dolt Man instead of Bolt Man. I love it. And she's like, no, he's really good. You'll see. And by the third week he was on, I was calling Chrissy, going like, I told you this Harms guy's great. I don't know why you don't listen to me. And we laugh
Rubber
about
bands
it.
and all.
I was wrong.
Yeah, we'll even keep him with the rubber bands and everything. We won't even make him take those off. That doesn't drive me nuts at all.
And that's part of his charm. And am I wrong, Keanu? His stand-up is solid. Like, you know, he does really good bits.
But Gino, so you just hung out and did stand-up with Chad Zumach. That set was the worst set I've ever seen in my life. When Pat broke that down, that was so perfect. But I've seen Ray do stand-up plenty of times, like on his site. It's 10 times as good as anything Chad has out there. So now, you can't. You disagree?
No, it's not that I disagree. I respectfully disagree, because it's like when I say Neil, when I say that handsome, gorgeous, younger Neil Brennan. When I say Kevin Brennan is infinitely funnier than Neil, I don't say 10 times or 1,000 times, because you cannot multiply by 0. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. And this is another thing that pissed me off about Pat Dixon. If you watch a couple weeks ago, before he fucking started resurrecting these lies, and he had this stream that I literally made the mistake of saying, you better take this shit down. I sent him an email and I said, now I'm emailing the fucking prosecutor. And she's like, he's lying about this, this, and this. I was watching, because I defended, you can watch In Hot Water a couple weeks ago. I was like, Pat Dixon's where he belongs. And I mean that in a mean way, because I'm a dick, but in an honest way, because when you watch his stream on censored.tv, it looks awful, because censored.tv is a well-produced network, all this stuff, and he does his shit stream. But when he streams at 11 o'clock every night to his show Enjoy, like that's him being him, and it's a good show, and I would give him props. And when he broke down the fucking the set by fucking Chad, you know, I totally sided with him. I did, because Chad is one of those guys like Ray, where they're similar, and they use the excuse like, well, I don't want people to tape it and blah blah blah. Just make people laugh. Do your fucking shit. We'll get to the next guest in a sec. We'll triple up. But Ray isn't funny, and Chad is just a fucking Cleveland DJ. He's a fun hang, and he's good on radio when he fucking is a third mic, but he can't host his own show. And I'll say this again, I love Bob Levy, but Bob Levy's a pro second mic, one of the best in the business. Some guys can't fucking sit behind a mic and kill the time and gab and shit and fucking steer conversations and fucking be willing to be fucking laughed at for the good of the all this shit, okay? But when you fucking have Chad on stage, he's just a glorified third mic saying things with a cadence. When you have fucking Ray DeVito on stage, he's so unfunny. We had a porn star on. Deadpool has entered the building. To be fair, Ray can't tell when his bones are broken. Who else remembers him taping his toes together because he thought one was broken? With duct tape, Deadpool. Yes, with duct tape. With duct tape.
But he started taking kratom, and that fixed everything, so it worked out in the end, you know?
Shout out to Peter Sky Parker, who's not wrong. Gino talks about Pat Dixon more than Pat Dixon talks about fucking Chrissy. Disagree, but it's close.
Similar. Very similar.
All right. Let's bring in Aaron Imholte, ladies and gentlemen, and then we'll finish this up because I want to watch this with him. Aaron Imholte, everyone. Aaron Imholte, what are you doing, buddy?
Look what I got. Look what I got.
Look what I got. Oh, he's holding up the date. Oh.
I covered up the date and location too. I was even being nice about that. There we go.
Thank you so much.
I got my save the date.
Welcome. Now we were just chatting here over my we were just having a rocky go of it. Did that work?
That's good. I like that.
Oh my God. But
yeah, we're punching down at Ray because we're having a rocky day.
Ray DeVito, great guy.
So, okay,
Great
let's
guy.
wrap this up and get to other chats now that we have such a fun panel here. But here's the thing. Look, if you don't understand what lying is, you know, like Aaron Imholte, have you ever broken anything? Have you ever broken anything? You know what I mean? And it's like, do you remember the injuries you sustained, Aaron?
I've only broken hymen hearts in my own career. How you doing, buddy?
I'm going to take him out of the chat for a minute. So anyway, I love this guy.
Buster Hyman, huh? Even Buster Hyman's having a rocky day.
Yeah.
By the Captain Miserable taking a shot.
How
at Aaron.
shitty are we that Derek's the funny one?
I'm used to it. I'm used to not get to. All right,
Fair
let's
enough.
just watch Ray sway and
That's
lie.
the worst fucking sentence I've ever heard. Let's watch Ray. Do you have anything else we can do?
No, you're in my chat.
You have a
Fucking
samurai
another
sword?
Rocky Morning.
Could I commit, what is it, seppuku while I'm here? Would that be all right? Do we have
You know what?
cyanide capsules? Could
me
we
be-
go out like old A to the H? What other ideas do we have other than let's watch Ray DeVito? I have an idea. Let's stick each other's thumbs up each other's assholes blindfolded and then stick the thumbs in each other's mouth and see whose belongs to who.
All right, you know what? Let me make this easy for.
All right, here we go. This is how it happens.
Shut up, everybody. All right, real fast. We're going to watch the end of this. And because if you don't understand what lying is, watch fucking DeVito swaying and all this shit. Here we go. Watch. He literally.
I don't know exactly what I broke. I want to say my collarbone.
I want to say my
And,
collarbone. He's even stuttering
and
because
a
he's lying.
Collapsed lung, and there were some other things wrong with me.
There were some other
So
things.
how did
He's literally in the hospital a week and a half, and he said some other things. It's in the GoFundMe.
she get all the information to write the GoFundMe?
He's fidgeting with the camera now. That's a tell.
I have no idea, dude. That was a while ago. I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know what you.
Well, you're referencing like the GoFundMe.
He's breathing heavy because he's like, how much longer are they going to ask me this? Shouldn't it go away? I'm smarter than these two idiots. No, you're not.
Are you really doing a Fox News body language segment on Ray DeVito's GoFundMe? Now, Gino, you understand? Are you aware with Occam's razor? Are you aware of Occam's razor?
Here we go.
Now, Occam's razor states that the most simple explanation is most likely the correct explanation. Now, you're watching Ray DeVito fidget and move, and you're saying, "Oh, he's lying about his injury. He's lying about that." May I posit another theory?
Yes, to quote Hitler Diff.
Ray DeVito is about retarded. And he could just be fidgeting and moving and twitching and all that because that's what he does all the time.
Then why? By the way, and this was a running gag during fucking COVID, because I would always say, Occam's razor, I shave with that fucking thing. Because I say all the time, by the way, I don't need you losers anymore. Oh, it's 90.
Oh, producer.
But obviously, so you want to play Occam's razor? So you're telling me the human body, which has evolved for 500 million years and survived, it can't heal itself without some chemical a guy made in a lab over the past 2, or what's even more frightening? No, it's been over the past 10. So you've been working on something that happened 2 years ago for 10 years. That's Occam's razor at its finest. But to get back to the Occam's razor, obviously Ray is retarded, then stop saying he's a comedian. Shout out to My Lost Interest too. I'm telling you, you know what you should change your name to? Dabble Cliff, because this guy is the Cliff Notes of the Dabbleverse.
He really is.
Fucking is.
That guy's awesome.
Can't stress that enough. Was I gonna? And lately he's been having more fun with the fucking videos. Like he's literally. Oh, sorry, that keeps covering my boy Aaron. He's literally. Like at one point he had his icon like talking to the people when they're saying stupid shit.
Yes.
So even like Ray isn't retarded. Ray is, if you saw him like with the whole fucking plane fucking fiasco with fucking Melton, who's flying him in now, he's like, I gotta be in New York by Tuesday. Because it's so important for Ray to be in New York so he could say, I'm a comic in New York and you can hold me to this. I'm going to the Stand Tuesday night. Ray is so lost in his lies. He literally said St. Mark's Comedy Club, which I do all the time. I don't mean to brag because I'm saying it's that easy to get into. He's like, well, that's another. It's like, I'm doing St. Mark's and the club is owned by the Stand. No, it's not. Ray just lies repeatedly about dumb shit. And my question to you is this, Occam and the Razor. If Ray's retarded, why is he getting spots anywhere in comedy? Why is he allowed to drive a car? Because he's not retarded. He's just arrogantly stupid. I've never met anyone like him. I know I shouldn't be talking about him. I know he's making me have a rocky fucking afternoon. Fuck you guys. But I can't.
Before I asked you that question,
Yeah.
I didn't realize how little of a shit I give about Ray DeVito. So what I'm going to say to you, you have beaten me down. You have beaten me down. You are correct. You win. I lose. And I want to extend to you my deepest apologies.
Well, if you're going to give up, then you're definitely not having a Rocky Day, because Rocky Day would never give up.
I'm feeling like, hey, wait a minute. Are we doing cigars? I feel like the Count of Monte Cristo.
I once saw Aaron fail to rip his Hulk shirt Hogan style off, and then April came in and ripped it, no problem. So yes, it's an error like dividing by zero. By the way, what's DSMV? Because according to them, Ray is a retard.
The DSMV is it's basically what modern psychology is based on. I think they're on the DSM-5 right now.
No.
That's what the fucking Roman numeral. DSM-5. Yeah, that's what psychiatrists and psychologists base their like shit on.
By the way, you saw that too, Deadpool. Trust me, I've seen Aaron's shirt get ripped off by my hands. Wait, too soon?
Wait, what?
Well, Keanu and April are filming. Shout out, thanks. God damn it, my computer. Shout out to Nick the Milkman, my favorite Italian, my favorite gay. Aaron, thank you. All right, so I'm sorry that you had to acquiesce and agree, Occam, but if he's retarded, he shouldn't be doing any of these things. And this is my favorite part. Sorry it took so long to watch it, but watch how he just, like, at one point he literally did and I say this all the time. I don't mean to brag, but I tell you both. I tell you, Derek, I tell you, Aaron. It's not that I'm saying I'm a genius. Listen to me. I'm like, I'm stupid. And
we wouldn't believe you anyway.
I know. But when I say I'm stupid and I see this, when I say, look, I'm dumb, but I know fucking natural immunity is better than a fucking shot. I'm dumb and I know that. And then it turns out to be right. When I say I'm stupid, but when I see a guy fucking, like, they're talking about his thing and he gets his beer, which he's drinking alone. He's like, well, I don't remember, it's on the GoFundMe. And he nervously, like, I'm not saying I'm some fucking, fucking guy that works for fucking the CIA who are all on the fucking.
What?
I'm saying this guy it's, you know who I am? I'm saying I'm Peterman on Seinfeld. Obviously, George, you're I too. Obviously, George, you're lying. Now watch him start swaying. Hi, baby. I love you.
I don't remember, dude. That was a while ago.
And he's literally
that sounds like a fucking, like, you know what? I'm not here. You want the information? Go to that, but I have no idea what it says.
Yeah,
You can't say that, dog, because then it makes you look uncredible. It makes you seem like an idiot. I'm just saying you don't know what you're talking about when you reference other things that you don't know what it's about. Like, you can't reference things to people if you don't know what it is.
I
don't. It
don't
makes you look like a fool. I'm just giving you some advice.
The most genius conversation I've ever heard.
You look like an idiot.
That literally is
man.
the
I had a
moment
good
when
time.
fucking Gupta, remember, and I'm sure you both, when he goes, yeah, that wasn't a nice thing to say. It was a lie. Yeah, they shouldn't have said that. That's what Ray just did. It's like,
so you're saying
it's on the GoFundMe. I don't know what I broke. How do you not know you broke? It makes you look stupid. Yeah, I don't know.
You're saying Lil Mir in this metaphor is Joe Rogan, and Ray DeVito is Sanjay Gupta. Gino, you've done it again. I yield to your brilliance.
You know what's funny, Aaron? I am saying that right now. I'm saying that.
You're doing great so far. Hey, Gino, you're saying you're not a genius. Are you meaning to tell me that the man who coined this phrase isn't one of the smartest men alive?
Clam radio?
Stop it.
I know
Stop
it's hard to believe. And I don't
you
mean to
stop
shatter
it, pretty eyes. You're gorgeous. You're a looks and brains guy. You're a double threat, and any gal would be more than lucky to go to the ball with you, Cinderella. Now you stop it.
Keanu just fucking buried her head in the pillow and said, "I've made a terrible mistake." But that's not important. Now watch him start swaying like fucking Rain Man.
Man.
Okay, if you want to leave, leave. I'm just saying, like,
I got it. If you want to take a look at it.
I don't want to relive a fucking horrible accident I almost died in.
Oh my God! What if I don't stop it? If it was a horrible accident you almost died in, am I wrong? You would remember everything. He's such a and here's the other thing I did.
No, Gino, you don't understand. He got a concussion when he broke his collarbone.
Yeah, don't you remember Rocky 3 when he went in to have his brain looked at because he had some CTE and whatnot? That was like the first guy that ever had CTE was a Rocky guy. And he was having a rocky day.
And you remember when Rocky got that brain damage from Ivan Drago, it was from getting punched in the collarbone repeatedly.
Where is all this stuff? Fucking 6 to 10 a.m. fucking Eastern time.
I do. First of all, it's Central Time. And second of all, why did I have a feeling that when I didn't hear from you Thursday, I just told April, come on Friday. I don't think Gino's going to make it. Something's going on.
It was such a long week with everything. I'm sorry, but I definitely, I love doing those. And I was so happy when I woke up, like I said, like whenever we do those, I wake up and we go and they're great. When I woke up at like fucking 11 and heard your voice, I'm like, all right, this is much better anyway. But he literally, this is him tapping out. He goes, I want to leave. He goes, I want to leave.
All right, well, check out the GoFundMe.
You look like
that's his comeback. Check out the GoFundMe. That's not a legal document, fuckhead. It's not a medical document either.
An idiot. Don't say
All right, well, this was fun, man. I had a good time, man.
Okay, if you.
He literally lapsed. Am I wrong, guys? He literally lapsed into victim mode. You look like an idiot. Well, this was a good time, man. He wants us to feel bad for him when he goes, check the GoFundMe. Did I mute you? I'm sorry. Quad, did I mute you?
No, I was muting myself just so my dogs don't make too much noise. Sorry.
Shut those fucking dogs up. All right, let's watch the end. He's like, well, I'm going to go. Maybe I was watching a different clip when he was swaying. Let's see the last fucking.
I'm just saying, like,
I got it if you want to take a look at it.
I don't want to see it.
I don't want to relive a fucking horrible accident I almost died in. I don't really want to relive it.
Okay.
I mean,
fine.
you guys could sit there and be like, "Oh man, it's a shame he didn't die." That's
no,
I'm not saying that at all, bro.
I love it.
I wouldn't want you to die. Why the fuck would I want you to die? I would not say that ever.
I almost died. It was a pretty gruesome experience, but okay.
Right.
He almost died.
It was all fake. It never happened.
No, that's how you put it on someone else. That's how you put it on someone else. Like, hey, you're the asshole now. I'm not the asshole because you're making it. You're making me have to relive this horrible experience that I don't want to remember. Why are you doing this to me? I'm a victim.
No, Quadfather's exactly right. You just pointed out how he was playing victim. That's the perfect way to do it. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't die. You guys wanted me to die so bad. You know what you do in times like that where someone's being a cunt and playing the victim? You just go ahead and you go, yeah, it's too bad you didn't die, I guess then. Fine.
Yeah.
Or you just accept it. Accept their victimhood and just roll with it.
Can you, Peter Sky Parker, can you take a minute, Gino, can you take a minute, put your house on fire, then come back? Yes. You guys wait here. And by the way, shout out to my lost interest. Uncredible. Yeah, it's an awkward word. Me fail English? That's impossible.
Did you
Isn't
say
that a song? Uncredible, that's what you are.
Did you say uncredible and I missed it? Oh, I feel terrible now.
Little Mir said that.
No, Little Mir said that. He said, you sound uncredible. You sound like an idiot.
By the way, and thank you, Bolt Patricia, because I'll weigh in on this that I kind of touch upon. Shout out, Bolt Patricia, you sexy broad who's showing her butthole, and people always say.
I was going to say.
Yeah. Thoughts on Joe Matarese jumping into the dabble MLC verse? I give Carl on WATP 3 more weeks before he breaks Matarese into pieces. I say this all the time. No, and Keanu, you side with me on this. Joe Matarese is one of the funniest stand-ups that I've had the pleasure of knowing.
That is my favorite episode of Keanu.
Yeah.
I love him so much.
Like, and she's just said it. She's like, that's my favorite. He is so good as a comedian. But some people, just because you're a comedian doesn't mean you're good at yeah.
Yeah, you should have some insight on that, right? Like being funny on stage, maybe not translating on podcasts all the time.
Oh, he's scatting and bebopping all over me.
I think what happened, as someone who's remarkably talented on both ends of these two mediums, let me please speak for a moment.
Please.
I think what happened to Matarese was that he fell victim to thinking the internet is real. And he kind of fed into like trolly internet shit, and it brought him down. It was back when he was on Kumia and like Red Bar would bust on him and then other podcasts would bust on him. And he took it seriously instead of just continuing to do stand-up, continuing to do podcasts, continuing to do his stuff and just moving forward. Like you can only commit unforced errors with the internet. They can't make you do anything. They can say whatever they want. I have a subreddit committed to doing nothing but calling me a retard 24 hours a day. I don't see it.
Yeah, that's my favorite subreddit.
I don't look at any of it. I figure I do a show. I have a right to do a show. They have a right to have their fun on the internet talking about what a faggot retard I am. Totally fine.
Yeah.
But Joe, like, he let it get to him. And I think that's what fucked him up. It's not that he's bad at podcasting or he's bad at comedy. He let the internet tell himself stuff about himself, and he bought it and tried to fight it for some reason instead of just letting those people go off and have their fun. And by the way, Gino, you know this. If you let those people go off and have their fun, nothing drives them nuts more.
Yeah.
They need that reaction, and they got it from Joe.
That's why you won't see me talking about Ray DeVito or Pat Dixon.
Exactly. Right. Why would you? Waste of fucking time.
Driving them crazy. By the way, Quad, fucking, can you find that? Apparently, Peter Scott Parker sent you the link.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it up right now.
Can you? Okay. Can you?
Yeah, I'm on it.
Yeah, put it in the private chat or whatever, wherever that is. Do I have that here?
I'm on it.
But let me say this: I agree with you, but also and this is where me and Keanu kind of disagree, because she's like, if he stays with it, he'll get good. But the problem, yeah, there you go, Frank Pellegrino. I'll take your $5 to do my job for me. To quote Bart Simpson, when Bart Simpson's about to explain how he captures Sideshow Bob, he's like, I don't want to do your job, Chief Wiggum. No, Bart, it's the only way I'll learn. Matarese is hilarious on stage. He's one of the nicest guys in the world, but he gets in his own way. I hope he has fun with this Who Are These podcasts are. He does. And the thing about him is, where I disagree with Keanu, and not like vehemently, but it's like, she's like, the more he does it, the better he'll get at podcasting. And that I agree with. That applies to anything. The more you love something, the more you do it. The more you do it, the better you get at it. The better you get at something, the more you can get paid for it. And that's Joe Matarese with comedy. I've known him. I used to do gigs with him. I don't mean to brag, at a bar in fucking North Wilmington, Delaware, called Poncho O'Hara's. This is me rubbing your nose. Don't let Cheetos hear this. He'll ban me. It was an Mexican Irish bar. It was fucking awful. But I would do it with him, Bob Levy, and he's killing me. Gut bustingly funny. And he kept doing it. And then, like, he had development deals and he flew out to LA. He did all this shit. But then he's like, he thought podcasting was like a TV sitcom, and he had to have the right formula, and he kept changing. The Fighter and Joe, a Rocky podcast, and all this stuff, and he's changing again, and every time you change again, you start over.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know who he is. And like, I watched him. I am going to say this, and I'm going to pause so you can shit on me. I love Joe Matarese, and it broke my heart to watch the last time I was watching a clip from WATP. It was awful. He was doing a podcast in Jim Florentine's voice. Jim Florentine was in Hot Water this week. It's hilarious. He's good friends with me and Joe. And he'd be the first to tell you Joe Matarese does an incredible impersonation of him. But it's like, what are you doing? It's like Joe just gets up there, and rather than being himself, he's like, how can I? It's what I say when you go without. How can I take what people want, shove it down my throat, and regurgitate it? Joe's not good at being other people. Joe's impeccable at being himself, and no one else can do it. And that's why he's not good at podcasting. A lot of people think just because they do stand-up, they can be good at podcasting. And next thing you know, they fucking are whacked out on Adderall at a desk, bad-mouthing the very people that are paying them. And then they vanish from the, well, whatever. I'm getting.
Hey, wait a minute. Who is he talking? Derek, do you know who he? I don't know who he meant.
No.
That's a weird reference. I don't know. You talking about my fucking wife, you piece of shit?
So anyway, Bobby Levy is also.
Hey, Gino, remember at the beginning of this rant when you said I'm going to stop to let you guys comment? I was just wondering where that part was.
Both Patricia says, did Keanu put on a jacket to use the bathroom? Yeah, we're at a weird time.
Keanu, I know this from her being over a couple of times. It's really odd. Unless you have heated floors, Keanu gets really cold in her legs when she takes a shit, because there's something about her digestive system where it cuts off the blood flow to her legs, and her legs get incredibly cold. Sometimes if she doesn't have a heated floor or a jacket on or a blanket of some sort, she has Gino go into the bathroom while she takes a shit so he can rub her legs, and the friction keeps the legs stay warm while she shits. You're welcome.
I apologize. I went to blow you up and I took you out of the chat. By the way, I'm leaving this up so someone can screen grab it. Wait, I can do it. Watch this. Apple print screen.
Fraggle, fuck your mother. What are you?
I look like a giant. I look like a midget, and Aaron looks like a Fraggle. It's actually great. All right, so you ready for this? Fucking first of all, Dr. Chow, March 15th, which is by the way, if you follow in hot water, it's over this Tuesday. March 7th is my anniversary of living in New York. It will be, you ready for this? 23 years on March 7th. But I made the mistake of a year ago when the first and only time up until now that I've ever drank Dubra, which is literally vodka that we have proof. We can't confirm it, but there's a story. It looks like it has killed homeless people. We drank it. And I'm like, I'm never drinking it again. And I said, I'll tell you what, for my anniversary next year, March 7th, I'll drink Dubra. And no one forgot. 3 different people at least have texted me like, March 7th. I'm like, well, Tuesday is March 5th. So this Tuesday, I'll be drinking Dubra. And Keanu will have the whole fucking apartment to herself after that.
Dubra doesn't kill homeless people. It creates them.
And let's be honest, we've seen you drink with homeless people before, Gino.
You drank with Pat Dixon?
He shared a bottle of whiskey with a homeless lady on a live stream one time. I watched it. That was great.
There's a guy whose avatar, he's not in the chat, Scooter something. You know that story, right? Gino, if you enjoy PA broadleaf, you should try a Penn Standard stick. Robust size is my favorite, but they're all good. My lost interest, I will get one of those by next week. I promise.
Gino, speaking of which, I got that Rocky 90 and Rocky 92. My lady and I are going to go for a little walk. We're going to head out for the day, and we're going to smoke those cigars. And I've had a flu for the last 2 weeks, so I'm looking to get unreasonably intoxicated today. Oh, there she is.
Oh, Keanu, look. She popped in.
Keanu's on her way. Get back. No,
is here. Love, baby,
Keanu
love.
needs to go take a shit. Get back in here real quick.
Look.
Keanu needs to take a shit with her coat on.
Hello. How's it going?
On the mic.
I can't hear anyone.
Gorgeous.
I have no headphones
They're
on.
right there.
Tell her she doesn't want to stay that long. Tell her to keep her eye on the mail. April, you're beautiful. We miss your face.
Aw. Thanks,
Can you
Gino.
hear?
Yeah, I could hear that. Aw.
Yeah, she can hear me.
You're beautiful too. I hope you know that.
Ta-da. Oh, wait, hold on. They can't see me. Ta-da. We know. Thank you for covering for me yesterday. I was too exhausted to wake up, and thank you for being funnier than me too. That helped. All right.
Oh, wow, never. No, but that technically is my day. Don't feel bad about it. It was fun.
Oh, you have to hang out with Aaron all day? It sounds like you're going to have a rocky day.
All right.
I heard we got a couple Rockies. Is that it?
A couple Rockies, and I got you a Fuente because you wanted a small one.
I've never said that in my life.
Oh, fucking hell. I just did that to myself. Shit.
Ask April who introduced her to the Fuente cigar when he was out there. It's me, by the way, and said, you'd love this, April. And you did. Am I right?
Yeah. Wait, I didn't hear that one. I'm sorry.
I said, remember last time I was out there, I said, try this. It's a little Fuente. And you ended up liking that little stick that I gave you, right?
I did. I really did like that little stick you gave
I
me.
told you not to name your penis Fuente.
April's funnier
This
than
isn't
me.
going to help the rumors about the swinging, is it?
Oh, well, this
Yeah.
Shut up, Keanu.
We got Gino and Keanu are going to come out a little bit later this year, and I think today April and I are going to go hang out with the Ricadas. So it's all just swinging. We'll have Chrissy and Frank out again sometime, and we'll just dicks and pussies and cum and buttholes everywhere.
I love it. All right.
In the hot tub, and you're going to have some floaters in there? Oh, no, this stream's going to get messy.
Our orifices are going to have a rocky day.
All right. I get it.
I'm going to get going. This is gross.
All right. Love you, boo.
For me.
I will.
All right. I have to go.
All right, dude. Thanks for swinging by.
Much love from BYB, too.
Yeah,
good to see you.
Buddy. Always good to see you, Quadfather. Also, thanks for swinging by. Thanks a lot for blowing my cover, dick face. Appreciate it.
The incredible Aaron Imholte. Later, buddy.
Yeah. Right. I love that gag. When they try to do their plugs, you just boot them out. Boom, done. Get out of here.
He was dumb, but he's great. No April, no peace. All right, so original BYB forever. All right, so let's take a look at this. I have no idea what I'm looking at. So this is the look, baby. They sent the fucking GoFundMe.
Oh no. Oh yeah, I've seen that before.
All right, here's the thing. You have to. Like, I can't page up. Can you page up on this? I can't. You need to send me the. Okay. Dude, you need to
No,
send me the link.
the second link in the chat is right. It's in there in the private chat. So you can pull it up yourself.
Hold on. Thank you. I'm so dumb. All right, here we go. Thank you.
Yeah, and I could I'll just get rid of mine and you can click on the link and pull it up.
Yeah, I'm so stupid. I apologize. All right. This I gotta see. This is a genuine curiosity. Fundraiser for Raymond DeVito by Ruby. Let's take a look at this, baby. Reject all. I reject all.
Well, I got 4,500, 4,600. That's pretty good.
All right, let's
It's a lie. He does. Look at him.
let me try something here.
I bet you would fucking I bet you would share his GoFundMe, wouldn't you, Gino, you fucking jerk?
Yeah, don't say GoFundMe around
Oh my
Not
God.
even when your friend dies.
Yeah.
Don't say.
Let the record show, when I had a broken jaw, they wanted to do a GoFundMe for me, and I said no. I don't want anyone to pay I said I will pay it. And I literally talk to Keanu all the time and say, I should sue him, but he doesn't have any money, you know?
Is that reverse psychology, Gino? I see what you're doing.
Look at this. Okay, read more. I'd love to. Ray DeVito, one of my best friends, was recently the victim of a hit and run. Now, here's something I was talking about, Quad. Okay? He's like, on March 15th, our fellow comic and good friend was hit by a semi-truck while driving on I-80. He suffered a collapsed lung, broken rib, spine fracture, and a concussion. He was hospitalized for 3 days. He said a week and a half. A collapsed lung, a broken rib, spine fracture, and a concussion. Why doesn't he remember these things? Because the truck driver fled the scene of the accident, wasn't found by police. There's no additional recourse. Although Ray has both medical and car insurance, which he said no. The out-of-pocket for his ambulance, transport, hospital stay. For those of you who don't know intimately the life of stand-up comics and Ray, it's often fraught with low-paying gigs and totally comedy condos. Ray is now facing mounting bills and staying off stage for a few weeks while he recovers. How much money do you think Ray would have made those few weeks he was on stage, Quad? How much money?
Yeah, barely enough to scrape by. Like he does that week to week right now. Like he's just barely scraping by week to week. So yeah, 1 week off of stage and he doesn't have gas money or anything to do anything. Yeah, that's kind of how he's living paycheck to paycheck, except for the paychecks are like getting $150 to go drive for 5 hours to a gig, and you know the deal. He's just barely making it, man.
Shout out MGD with a raccoon emoji. Why is she smiling at Ray's? I guess she's trying to keep him happy. That'll allow. Would you like to see Ray's Facebook post about the accident? Even though I want to raise $1 bajillion for Ray and his time in need, our goal right now is $10,000. What a fucking shill. So our friend can at least be. By the way, you know what I owed when I had to get my fucking jaw fixed? $10,000 for that initial surgery. And I said, no GoFundMe. No GoFundMe, because I'm not a little fucking cuck. I'm not a little bitch. Fucking, and my God, I'll say this again. You cannot get sideswiped by a tractor trailer. You can make it fucking sound dramatic and say, I got sideswiped by a tractor trailer, but it takes forever for a tractor trailer to sideswipe someone. You would see it. It almost happened.
You got sideswiped by a Pat Dixon instead.
Exactly. I got sideswiped by a fucking Adderall fucking addict. Oh, this content isn't available right now. It's what a fucking disaster. He's a fucking idiot. Sorry to hear about this, Ray. I got hit by a car while walking across the street in the crosswalk with the light and driver stop, but dealing. Oh my God, this guy is. When was this? March 15th of when?
Oh God, that's hilarious, dude.
2018.
Yeah, it says 6 years ago, so 2018. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, I don't remember anything from 2018. Do you? Come on, that whole year just skipped by. I don't even remember it.
It's hard to believe that someone could, and this is, Pat Dixon looks like an elderly gay man. It's hard to believe, actually, I shouldn't say it's hard to believe. Like, I say this all the time, and I'll say it to you. You're not doing Pat Dixon any favors when you let him get away with lying. Like, I can't even be in the chat of Gene. I can't even be on the thing if Gene's in the chat.
They can't stop him from lying.
Yeah.
They don't want to scare him off. They get views from it. I'm sorry that's the way it is, but Derek's your friend. He's still not your friend.
Watch this.
He's just trying to get views from it, and they don't want to be like, you're lying, Pat, and make him log off. You know?
Magic 8 Ball. I'd like to donate to the truck driver. Yeah, it's so convenient how angry and defensive he gets. Yep. Oh, so it was 2015, according to Dr. Chow. Yes. Good night, Mr. Thompson. Yes. Where can we donate to the truck driver? Are you fucking kidding me? That's so fucking funny. By the way, and the girl pocketed half the funds raised. Oh my God. Should we send Dr. Chow a fucking link? This is getting wild. He says the accident was 2015. Only the GoFundMe is from 2018. That is not fucking true. Are you fucking with me? That's not true.
He has two different wrecks. And like he was confusing details when I was asking him. Like I was trying to nail him down on the details, and at the end of all of it, he was like, "No, there was two different wrecks," and it was like, "Well, fuck." So like half the things you answered were from like two different situations. So I think he gets all fucking. He gives you answers about either wreck and just like intertwines them in. So he was talking about the one vehicle he flipped over and all the airbags went off. And then the next time he's talking about the truck that sideswiped him. So it's like, what? You had two wrecks? It's like, what? He gets him confused. I don't know what he's.
Like the more you get away with the fucking lying, the more you're willing to do it. It's like that's fucking that's our boy Chad Zumach in a fucking nutshell. You know what I mean? Like Chad. Like, oh, you're in Cumia country. And then, like, what's his name called him out on this? Can I come? Not now, Jay Cutson. I love you, buddy. Dr. Chow, I sent you a link if you're interested, because this is mind-bending to me. And I'm just sitting here with my girl having a good time. Check the link if you want to come by. But it's like I said, the more you get away with lying, Quad, the more you think it's normal. Like, and what's his name called it out first? Our boy, the Aaron who just left. April looked good. Aren't they cute, those two? Let's just go to Minnesota and get drunk one weekend with them. But he, like, once you get away with lying, you're like, well, this is what I do. And when fucking what's his name? Chad's like, it was Cumia country. And then he changed the lie, but he's like, once I give this lie, they won't check the old lie. So the new lie was, well, I got drunk, I got into a fight with a guy who said it, and he punched me. And that was a lie too. And then the third lie became, well, you know, when I lie, at least I eventually tell the truth. And the truth was not what really happened, that he was stealing catalytic converters, which many of us still believe. And you know me, I'll hang out with Chad and I'll drink. I think he was.
No, he's like, I got punched in the face outside of a bar.
Yeah. But it's like, and that's, Dr. Chow's not home. He's at a basketball game. Rutabaga, yeah, at least Chad's lies are entertaining. And I'll tell you why they're entertaining. Because I think at this point, even Chad knows he's lying, and he's doing it as a bit. You know what I mean? Look, here's a John Doe again. How do you know he's lying and not brain soup from the accidents? Again, if Ray has brain soup, stop treating him like a comedian and treat him like a victim and say, Ray, you can't come on the show unless you're fucking people that know you're just going to make fun of him. Ray, I would put you on my comedy show, but you're fucking brain dead. But he's not, because it goes back to, I'm sorry to bring up fucking all the footage we have of Ray DeVito. All the footage we have of Ray DeVito in that fucking In Hot Water clip that says the Chronicles of Ray DeVito's Lies. He fucking did, like, like when he just said recently on fucking, it was MLC. He's like, well, I have video of that. And when you're lying about one thing, you don't think about how to lie properly about the other thing. He's like, and I did. He wanted to say he killed for 28 minutes. So he's like, and I killed for 28 minutes. Yeah, it was a 20-minute guest spot. No one gets a 20-minute guest spot. No one in the history of comedy. If you do a 90-minute show, you get an 8-minute lighted at 10 guest spot. And I was so nice to Ray, even though people had sat through a 3-hour show, maybe even longer on a tennis court, I said, I'm like, Ray, we'll light you at 8, do 10. It's literally what we said. Thanks. And he did 28 minutes, because now when you have to fucking push one lie, like, I'll prove I got laughs. But, well, if I prove I got laughs, I got to show that I did 28 minutes. So now I'm going to lie and say it was a 20-minute guest spot. And that is not a guy who's retarded. Okay? That is not a guy who has brain damage. That is a guy who has all his fucking faculties, is an untalented hack. And I will say this. We had some fucking porn star who's so fucking actually a little vapid Vapid, sorry. That she, and we joke about it. If you saw it in hot water, not this Thursday, but a week ago Thursday, she basically answered a Craigslist ad in Florida to get raped by a black man and said, well, I didn't read the posting well enough. We showed the C word joke. We showed it. And I said to her, I literally said, this is how you know it's fucking a joke that he twisted to make his own joke, and by doing it made it unfunny. Because if you are at a fucking fiber optics convention, which makes no sense, but he says it in the joke, and fucking there's a lot of Christians there, then the woman would say Christmas a lot, talk about Christmas a lot. And why would she say the C word if she's Catholic, if there's a lot of Christians there?
Trying to keep it secular.
And yeah, but no, there's a lot of Christians there. She said it. Oh, thank you, babe. I'm sorry. And the woman with who's a little who was on pills or something, she said it perfectly, Quad, and it made sense. You know what she said? She's like, oh, I get it. And she was wrong, but she's like, because Catholics don't believe in Christmas. Do you understand? At first I said no, and I laughed at her because I'm an idiot. And I go, no, they do. And then I stopped and said, oh my God, this innocent, simple girl is exactly right. Because if Christians didn't believe in Christmas, you would say, there's a lot of Christians here. Say the C word. Do you understand? And once again, that proves how not only unfunny that joke is, but how fucking dumb Ray is for you backing his lies. Because Ray DeVito closed not one, not two, but two. Shout out to Legit News Guy. Not one, didn't use it not once, not twice, but twice. He closed an album with that joke.
It's just the joke is so genius, it's hard to understand. I mean, he's like so above us. It's obvious. The guy is smart, and his memory is perfect. He said, you got on stage, you said the N-word, and they cut the mic, and it was over. So his memory is perfect.
Said I did 5 minutes on the show and he put people on the road. 5 minutes.
And
5 minutes? Why would you take anybody on the road so they could do comedy for 5 minutes?
And
what sense does that make?
Tell him about the time. Oh, sorry, babe. Tell him about the time he introduced you, Keanu, after the set. Like, he brought you on another show and he shit on you on the intro, did he not?
Yeah, he said something rude about one of my jokes. I'm like, maybe I was gonna tell that joke, you freak.
Yeah.
You ruined.
He's like, as I recall, he goes, the last time this girl opened for me, she did this horrible abortion joke. Am I wrong?
Yeah, it wasn't even funny. It was like, the joke is funny. It's far better than the C word. But he said, yeah, it wasn't even funny what he said to break me up. He just said she did a horrible abortion joke.
Because he knows he's not funny, and he's like, and I'll tell you another thing, this I say all the time. Like, he's like, and please, Keanu, I'll say it again. You have to start saying, hey, what show did you book this week when I talk about him? Because it's awful. What's that, Quad?
Does he hosts the Stand show every Tuesday, right?
No.
He hosts it, like introduces guests up on stage or comics up on stage?
He probably does.
No.
What specifically does he do there?
No, he said every Tuesday. Once a month.
He said it's every once a week. He said he's there every Tuesday.
No, it's once a month. It's the Ray's show. It's Ray Goots and Ray DeVito, and then they have some past comics there, and it's definitely not once a week.
Chanel never got back to me. I have to ask her this.
Oh,
Chanel, because Ray said
Omari.
Yes, we love Chanel Omari. She's so good.
Yeah, she's hilarious.
Thank you, buddy. Let's see if she answers. Because Ray's like, I'm at St. Mark's Comedy Club, and it's another lie where you backtrack, which is owned by The Stand. That'd be news to me. Chanel Omari, who I also have to reach out to because she's
What's up, Gino?
Two things, beautiful. One, thank you. You were so good on the show this week. By the way, you're on my live stream right now. I'm talking to my buddy Quadfather from BYB Podcast. You should do his fucking show. You'd have fun on that. It's stupid.
I would love to. That's so fun. Are you guys having fun? I had the best time on your show, by the way. Every time I do your show, I could be in the worst mood. You are like a medicine for me. You have no idea. And for people, I was out of that bad mood. And
yeah, like prep.
That day.
I just said that to Keanu. I'm like, I could be in the best mood, and then Chanel shows up and ruins my show. Did I not, baby? She brought. Sometimes I'll be in a shit mood.
Tell Keanu that I need to speak to her on girl shit, girl on girl shit.
Oh, you do. You know, Quad, sometimes I'll be in the worst mood, and then Chanel will show up with an iced coffee with no ice in it. There is just nothing.
I promise I'll make it up to you. I promise.
She said girl on girl, and that made my day too.
Why is my phone blowing up right now? Why is this ringer even on? My next question to you, and this one's important. You know, we do St. Mark's Comedy Club.
Yes.
Is that owned by The Stand?
No, so it's owned by the Carbonio brothers, but they're in partnership now with The Stand. So The Stand is helping them with marketing and stuff, kind of like getting the club to the next level.
Well, no, Ray DeVito says it's owned by The Stand. So doing St. Mark's is like doing The Stand.
Is doing The Stand right now, yes. They are in partnership, officially in collaboration with The Stand. Yeah, like TJ Miller, the other day dropped in there because The Stand. So it's like that's why they partnered up for their resources, if that makes sense. But
he's not
Stand
wrong.
Up New York is also owned with this. You know that, right? Stand Up New York is also a part investor in The Stand. I don't know if many people
I don't know these clubs because I don't have an actual vaccine card, so I have to be careful.
Well, who needs a vaccine now? Is that still happening?
No, but I show up with it. Like whenever I'm at like when I'm gonna go by not The Stand because I'm going by this Tuesday to hang out with Ray, but I was hanging out with Amy, the booker of the New York Comedy Club. She doesn't do it anymore, and you'll love this, Derek. I was having drinks and I'm sitting between her and Dombrowski at the bar, and I'm like, "Hey, here's my Vax card. Do I need it?" And fucking Dombrowski gave me a dirty look, and I said, "Go get shingles, bitch." All right, so. I just wanted to confirm one more thing. So we're doing the Cowboys and Comedians on March 23rd at the Cutting Room.
Yes, I just spoke to my friend who runs it, and he's gonna get back to me hopefully by tomorrow to make it happen.
And
by the way, if March 23rd doesn't work, is there another date?
No, that's the only weekend he's in town.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have to get it together. I gotta get some promoters that are gonna also promote the room and make sure it's filled. No.
Yeah, let me know what you need me to do. And I think we're going to throw Don Jameson on it too if he's available.
Okay, that's cool.
Because he's a rock and roll cowboy.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
All right, Boo, I love you. I'll let you go take the ice out of everyone's coffee.
Okay, I love you guys. Tell Kiki I say I love her, and I'll text her, and I love you.
And I'll send you a 3-way link if you want to do the BYB podcast.
I would love to. Yes, please do.
All right,
that'd be amazing. Okay, bye.
She's good with runaway trains. You'd have a blast with her, Derek.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that. That's awesome.
So
yeah.
So I guess,
just one more thing too. Did you see Stevie Lou said that on Pat Dixon's show last night? He was talking about the time that Ray asked him to come protect like bodyguard to protect him from you if you showed up at the stand.
Yeah,
that's hilarious. I caught that last night.
I don't even know what a catalytic converter. Send Chad the link. Chad, we were joking about you today with our boy Wednesday with our boy Florentine, how his son trolls you and says you're not going to do that. And I said to him, like, it's like what you used to do to me all the time. Yeah. So here's the other thing about Ray that's insane. And I'm sorry, but this drives me nuts. But it just shows how, by the way, Peter Sky Parker, Ray angrily claims to not know specific details because he was knocked out or whatever, as if he was incapable of receiving. Yeah. He's just that bad at lying, you know? And am I nuts? This is another reason I wanted you to come on because I have to ask you, okay? And I will say this, though, fair is fair. Okay, I guess it is partially owned by The Stand, but that's like...
But so you can name this episode Gino Was Wrong then, maybe.
No, because here's the thing. But here's the thing, Quad. Because that's how the comedy clubs have to survive now. Like they have to fucking be like, well, we need more stages without having to pay rent. That's why Caroline shut down. Everyone's like, it's the end of an era. It is the end of an era because you broke it, New York. You fucking let homeless people fucking do heroin in front of a comedy club that's been nothing but good to you, New York City. And then suddenly she's like, why do I need fucking this to pay rent on this building when I can have a logo like, say, this one, Reed Street Soap. See what I did, baby? And all Carolyn Hirsch has to do is take her fucking Caroline logo, go to any auditorium, go to any bar, go to any fucking space and say Caroline's presents any comedian they want and fucking make the money and share it with the door. That's the new model. And that's why fucking The Stand is, yeah, we'll take this like basement stage over, in St. Mark's. And we'll say it's part of our club, but it's not a brick and mortar building with the logo on it, And that's what all these spaces are doing. New York, Stand Up New York is moving location soon. I hope I'm not letting the cat out of the bag, Jim. You know, but the more you fucking let these idiots talk like idiots, shout out C-Mox, Ray sucks. The more you let these idiots talk like idiots, the more they fucking just say the dumbest things that you people let him get away with. Like, for example, I don't, let's address the big news. Ray is roasting Stuttering John.
Yeah, you saw. You're up on all this stuff, or do you want it explained?
Well, here's the thing. By the way, here's the thing. By the way, fuck you all. I gotta.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ.
By the way, I love those. By the way, Bo Patricia. I don't know if you know Gino. Chanel is a Jew. She doesn't like to talk about it. Chanel, I love having her on because she always talks the Jew talk and walks the Jew walk. But
don't pull up little quad on screen anymore. I should have warned you before.
Does he have a shitty avatar?
Yeah, that's.
Don't pull
that
up.
Might be.
Don't pull up a dick in a top hat. Do you think I care? Watch, I'm gonna. Keanu, look.
That might literally be someone's penis. Little quad, get the reference.
That's his dick. I'll put a bit. Thank you, Steel Toe. That's not you. Deadpool. Gina's gonna need another Eames chair now. Oh, that's Keanu's Eames chair. She's just in it. I used to proudly say, Deadpool, you know, Keanu's just dating me for the money and fame and laugh. But now I'm starting to think she's legit in for the Eames chair, which, by the way, is so comfy, isn't it?
My Eames chair.
Shut up. Dr. Chow, I will give you this. See, this is Dr. Chow building a brand, okay? And I want to get to the roasting. Don't let me forget. This is Dr. Chow building a brand. He is calling out fucking idiots like Ray in a far better way than me because I get annoyed by him. But I would like you to do me the honors and tell us this is how ridiculous he's gotten. Ray says this all the time with a straight face, like, I'm roasting Stuttering John. You're not. You're not. Tell him what he's doing.
No, he's just going to do a bunch of jokes about Stuttering John by himself staring into a camera on his own stream, which is kind of weird. I don't really get it, but he did want me to like hang out with him while he did it. And I was like, what do you want me to do? Just fake laugh at every joke? Because it's going to be awkward as fuck. I don't get it, but so him and Stevie Lou, he was also going to do like the roast of Stevie Lou the same night.
Rudy Vegas called Little Quad the Furious 4-incher.
Hey, it's at least 5.5. How dare you?
We were talking on Gum Friday this week. It was great. Gum Friday, fucking Luby filled in for Garrett. Fucking Violet was in town for morning, so she came in early. And fucking the boss's girl, Missy, stopped by. And we asked Violet where she was going next. She's like, Tiny Fest. And I don't even know who said it because the next line was so funny. It's like, what is a bunch of tiny guys with tiny dicks? And Steve goes, why would you want to hang out with all those angry dudes? Anyway, what were you saying? MGD, I love that she's in here. Ray takes no notes from fellow Dabbleverse podcast folk because he sees them all as inferior. Yeah, if any New York comic he looks up to told him not to do the roast, he'd listen. But they don't care. Am I wrong, Quad? Like when he goes, I was at the stand.
Nobody cares.
Because Stevie Lou was talking. Not only does no one know what the Dabbleverse is at the stand, no one cares. And like he doesn't want people to know. One time I remember telling you this. God,
he absolutely wants to keep all this shit separate. 100%. You could see he's desperate to not even let people know that he is part of the Dabbleverse because it's like an embarrassment to him.
Without a doubt, like I was like a year ago when fucking like when it first started getting silly and fucking Kevin didn't annoy the fuck out of me. I was and Bob was still on it. I was trying to explain to a couple young comics, Lucas, I got to reach out to him. I miss him at LOL Comedy Club. And they had no idea what it was because they're young comics and it's all fucking like, who's Kevin Brennan? Who's Bob Levy? Who's Chad? They don't know anything. And I'm like, I wish I could explain it to you, but I'm so glad that you don't know what it is. And I used your line even back then, Keanu. I'm like, Keanu calls it the Real Housewives of YouTube, and that's what it is. But Ray acts like, I can't have people. He doesn't want people to know, but he's so lost in it that he literally thinks fucking that's roasting now because no one says, Ray, you're an embarrassment. The only reason he's doing the roast is the Side the Orange and the puppet who he thinks he's bigger than told him to do it. Yeah. And Yeah, and he's gonna look like a fool. And this is the thing, like I was showing Keanu, and I almost opened with it. I have a folder. What, baby? Don't. I have a folder of fucking roast jokes because I've.
I thought it was gonna be some sort of schematics, no chargers things, or
No.
even like a folder.
Hold on, dick pic, not my dick. Like, I wish I could show you. I have fucking a folder that just says roasts, okay? And and if I go down fucking quad, it literally is. It says, what I do? Fucking. Why is my computer so fucking slow? It's freaking me out. Oh, because I have too many windows open. You're there, right, Quad? I didn't lose you, right?
Yeah. You're skipping a little bit, but you're there.
Patrick P. Poor Gino does not think to shout out the boss on YouTube at Compound Media. What, is the boss here? Is the boss in here? Tell you what, I'll do what I always do. I'll bump your promotion for mine. We say all the time, Compound Media, code CM12 month. And we got literally, I can honestly say, and I think it's great, dozens of people subbed because fucking Violet did her residency this week. But I literally have, he's not in here. I must have missed something. Gino, has Norm started renovating the McDonald's? I have no idea. But I literally have a folder of roasts. Fucking the Kevin Brennan roast. I roasted Berg's baby. Dennis Rodman. Gary Busey. Fucking, there's a bunch of privates in here. That's not Norman Fell, the dead guy. Mike Bichetti. Louis J. Gomez. Otis Anderson. Ricky Schroeder. These are all people that I fucking... Mike, here's the roast I'm most proud of. Oh, the Kevin Brennan roast. My own roast when I turned 53. The late Tony Siragusa. Mike Vecchione. I'll say this again. I can't say it enough. One of the things I'm most proud of is when they brought, I'm going to bring it right up. Gino.
Who's the basketball player you had the roast for?
Dennis Rodman.
Boom.
That is one of the Gino Vecchione.
I watched that one's great.
Watch this. Gino Vecchione roast. Okay. I will say it again. It is one of the things I am most proud of in my comedy career. And I use it on several levels. If you don't understand how fucking awful roasting has gotten now, Quad, how awful it's gotten.
Oh, I saw Chad roasting. I know how awful it is.
But that's not even, by the way, and we both agree, that's not roasting. That is a guy, that's a Kevin Brennan money grab. That's all it fucking is, okay? And Ray DeVito's so fucking lost and stupid. He had the gall to say, I think he said it to you, he's like, well, fucking all the what did he call them? The high rollers on fucking once
are all
Barry
gone.
Ribs mailed in the fucking roast. That's not a roast, Ray DeVito, you fucking failure. It's not a roast. A roast is in a brick and mortar building where people that know each other and are friends get together and roast each other. And that's what Roast Battle was, because it started in the bongo. They're not your bongos. They're your mother's bongos. In the belly room at fucking the comedy store.
Yeah, Earl Skakel talks about that all the time. And yeah, he was like, we're all close friends. We're a tight-knit community. We know each other good enough to roast each other properly. And that's what it was all about to start with.
Then it morphed into, then it went to, I'll never forget, I don't know if they did it every year, but the first year it was at Montreal, was the only year I was at Montreal because I went up for the Artie Lang podcast. And I, like, when Montreal used to matter, I used to say I should go up there more because all I did at the Montreal Comedy Festival was hang out at the bar and network with people, you know, and they're like, hey, what are you here for? And I'm like, I'm doing the podcast. And I would just say, I'm doing the Artie podcast on Thursday. And they'd think that's the next thing I had. And I must have been there all week doing shows. And I had zero. I've never been invited to Montreal to do comedy. But now it's shit, so no one cares. But they brought it there that year. And it was the best thing ever. It was friends roast battling. I'll never forget. Joe DeRosa roasted battled Jimmy Carr. Fucking Earl Skakel was called the Jews in the something. And it was just them fucking saying, I don't get it. I even did that role for a little bit when it came to New Jersey. Excuse me, when it came to the stand in New York. I don't know why I said Jersey. And they had the judges. And back then, the judges, and you'll see it in what I'm about to show you, the judges were just comics that were friends with the people roast battling, that were friends with Skakel, and it was about making the audience laugh and be entertaining. Fast forward to what Comedy Central did and fucking the alleged pedophile fucking Jeffrey Ross did. Well, let's have famous fucking people on that don't really know each other and famous judges on that aren't even comics to get views and shit on the people and fucking tear down the fucking comedians roasting. One of the greatest things ever was the first time they brought Roast Battle from Los Angeles to New York City. The first time it went to the Stand. And the very first roast battle they ever did, the headlining battle, it was Mike Vecchione versus Gino fucking Bisconti. And we may actually, look at that. Go to present, go to share. And I'll say this, and the judges this is 2015, a year before fucking me and Aaron started doing In Hot Water. The judges were Rich Voss, Bonnie McFarlane Voss, fucking Aaron Burke, and Mark Norman. And they were in the back. They weren't in the front distracting, and they all made it about the show. This is incredible. And the host, Louis J. Gomez. Let's take a peek.
Your head is so big. It's crazy.
Someone tell Ray DeVito, who's lost his fucking way. Someone tell Kevin Brennan, who's just fucking grabbing money and fucking looking more like a translucent tomato every day. Tell them to stop calling themselves comedians or entertainers when all they're doing is making people forget and furthering the narrative that a roast battle is on YouTube. No, a roast battle is fucking on a stage and put on YouTube later like this.
So lovely, but I would not sleep with you.
Now watch this.
I can't.
I'm supposed to be.
Hold on, sorry.
Oh, get premium, Gino. Come on, man.
I can't believe Gino came all the way in from obscurity for this.
Rich Boss, I can't believe Gino came in all the way from obscurity for this. Just a voice in the background that's not fucking famous. Well, you know what I mean? Killing with that line. Watch. So funny. And not even on stage to laugh yet. Watch.
Ladies and gentlemen, clap it up thanks for Mike Vecchione and Gino.
Now, if you don't understand, and I can't put it any more clearly, you're going to love this if you haven't seen it, Quad, or if you don't remember, because I know you've seen it, and thank you. If you don't understand how great the judges were back then, I literally have a bomb line here. And rather than screaming, Gino sucks, or this is going to be awful, watch how Bonnie McFarlane perfectly busts my balls and crushes Win the Room. Watch. I do a joke on Gomez that dies. Watch.
I have a mic? I got your mic right here. All right. Mike, first round tip for tat. Who wants to go first?
I didn't go first.
I'll go first. Beck? All right. Let's go first. Ladies and gentlemen, let's roast.
You never did the rules. Captain fucking Boys Husky t-shirt. You never did the rules.
Now that joke dies. Watch. Listen for Bonnie.
Oh, there you go.
Let the audience love you, Gino.
Let me see this way towards the judges.
Is that like get out of your own way, Gino?
I decided this is.
But she's like, let the audience love you, Gino. And this was the first one ever. They pulled out all the stops. They had, I forget what it's called, but this was at fucking, what was I going to say? Oh, Montreal as well. They have guys, when you do a really good joke, they come and do shit. Just watch. This is a roast battle, Ray DeVito, you fucking loser. And I know, by the way, Keanu asked me what I booked this week. Nothing. This is why Ray DeVito drives me nuts, because I want him fucking gone. I want him gone because every time he opens his mouth, it's like you offend me as a comedian. I'm going to do a roast battle. It's devolved to him saying, I'm just going to make jokes about John and Stevie Lou, who aren't your friends. You don't know. Me and Mike had so much history. Like when they offered this, they didn't say Mike and Gino. They said, Mike, we want you to do the first roast battle. He's like, oh, I definitely want Gino to do it. It'll be great. Watch how two friends roast each other and love when the guy does a good one on him.
Gino and I are actually really good friends. So, yes, Good luck, Mike. This was my choice to roast Gino, by the way, and I decided to roast Gino so he could get a spot at an actual comedy.
I have more on that. It's related to the joke. Gino often performs in shitholes, and by that I mean Gino fucks guys.
Yeah. Great.
Holy hairline, Batman.
I'm not allowed to laugh at his jokes, no matter how fucking funny I'm.
Gino, you should have gone first.
No!
Champion Gino.
Daddy likes to hit the rear. Mike just told you. Okay.
Come on! Will you please, Quadfather, mention this to Ray DeVito next time you're on your show and be like, this, you know, Gino and Veon did a roast battle. He's like, yeah, I used to open for that show. Shut up. Watch. He literally, Mike's like, no, he's laughing about.
He laughs off my joke. No. Mike's a great comedian. Is he not? Let him hear people. Mike, let me know. And it's a good thing he's such a great comedian because before you did this, you were what? A school teacher. And the only place that had a higher dropout rate than Mike's students were the towers on 9/11.
Going back 15 years for that joke.
And it's still too soon, sweet kids. I love the celebrity couple nickname for you two. Fucking the old man and the C word. Let's move on.
You really think you're
I don't trust the judges, Patrick. I came all the way from obscurity for this. Focus.
I'm going to tell you something, guys. If you don't watch this and realize what a fucking fraud Kevin Brennan's roast battles are, what a fucking joke Ray DeVito, how much they're insulting fucking genuine roast battles that used to go on, genuine roasts that used to happen. Fucking.
What about the most recent one that he did where he just sent in his jokes to that roast? That's the most recent case I could think of a roast.
What's that?
You guys were all. Who got roasted? Was that Aaron Berg? That last roast?
My birthday roast when fucking Stancil fucking showed up.
And Stancil read Kevin's jokes. And that was probably the funniest roast out of all of them was just Stancil reading those jokes.
It was we were dying. We were dying. There you go. Ultrafine Deluxe says it. Kevin roasts are funny because they're freak shows. Fucking, by the way, our boy fucking, I lost it. Oh, what's his name? Yeah, My Wife Hates Me is a great podcast. Whatchamacallit? Deadpool said, holy hairline, Batman. I'm telling you, it's the same hairline. I'm telling you. But yeah, that was great. And you know why Kevin Brennan didn't show up at that roast? Because he was afraid of getting COVID. He was afraid of getting COVID, even though, you know, and oh my God. And I have to call out some fucking asshole. I'm going to do it Monday. Some guy's like, we were talking, he's like, Gino he literally said he acted like he was a hero. He's like, I got fired from my job because I wouldn't use a fake vax card. I'm like, no, you're a cunt. You're a pussy. You're afraid to get caught. It's like,
well, you killed a couple people with COVID, right? At the roast?
Nope, that's a lie.
You killed people, Gino. You're a murderer, just like Ray DeVito.
That's no. I didn't bury the body at I-95. Now watch. This is incredible because they used to get so into it. They would send people on stage when you had a good joke. Watch.
Hey, Gino, you really think they're sweet tits?
That's boss, right?
Yeah. It's gonna no. I think they're the third biggest set of tits in the front row, though. Okay, so
I miss Pete.
All right, 9/11. Get it? Because people died. All right.
On a more serious note, I like to slow it down with this one.
I know Gino well. Like I said, Gino and his girlfriend broke up about a year ago. Every guy she has dated since Gino asks, "Why does your pussy taste like failure?"
Mike is such a good person. He has to like do this mean thing. Yeah, I know. He's so good.
Give it up for the South Jersey Pet Boys. You need your car fixed. South Jersey. Did she ask about me? All right. Mike Vecchione, if you haven't picked up a CD yet, people, please, it's on iTunes and it's called Muscle Confusion. Really, I listened to that CD, and aside from 3 tracks, it should have been called Audience Confusion, okay?
Grammarly's top 3 tips on starting an essay.
Let's say you're struggling. Sorry, guys.
Wait for it. That's the jab, people. Listening to Mike's CD is like taking a pregnancy test. By the time you get to the second line, you know you've made a horrible mistake. The only difference is this time you already paid for the abortion. All right. You can't read.
That's how committed. That is the comedy. And I'll say it again. I'm sorry. This is the comedy they took from us. This is the comedy they said, no. We'll do online shows and we'll do shows on the subway and we'll have Zoom shows and we'll drink in YouTube boxes. This is what the world used to be. And every time Ray DeVito opens his stupid fucking mouth, he fucking acts like he's happy doing this. And he is, because Ray could never do this. Ray was never asked to fucking be in a roast battle because Ray is retarded or something. Because Ray's not funny. And am I wrong, Quad? But when he did that last roast battle.
Right. That's right, Ray. It's comma D, not comma C. You muted yourself, bud. You muted yourself, Gino.
Thank you. I don't know how I did that. I don't know, Gino. Roasting a man who's not present from some old people's basement, quietly whispering your zinger sounds like a much cooler, novel way to do the roast. But thank you, MGD Preach, because he thinks that. And he's so stupid. And here's why I'm sorry that I can't not be mad at Ray. It's the arrogant way. Don't tell him he's muted. Fuck you, Captain Miserable. Ultra Fine Deluxe. Zoom roast of the future. Kathy at the office is a hoot after a few Mike's lemonades. Like, but that's why I get so angry. And you can make fun of me, and you should. I should be booking shows. I should be ignoring them. But the fact that this guy fucking is even allowed in comedy clubs when he sits there saying, like, I'm going to do a roast of
well, yeah, every time you get upset with someone or have an argument, you just call them out for a roast battle online. Is that going to be the future of roasts?
Yeah, you're like, all you're doing is, and he's like, oh, the jokes are really funny. I've been writing them. Tell you what, and he always says, this is awful. And getting away from Ray, and to my point, how I am, this is what the world took from us. And people like Ray not only don't notice, say it's okay every time they open their stupid fucking mouth.
Anyone else want to be a hero? I gotta stay up.
Mike doesn't miss.
You still have to hug me.
Right, here it comes. Gino is to comedy what Grease is to money. You watch his act and hope it will get better. But like his mother before him, Gino is in desperate need of a plan B.
That's my favorite part. Fucking, he got me so good we fist bumped. We're like, this is great. You understand? Can you imagine? Like, remember when fucking Ray was roasting Chad and Chad's holding up signs that say not funny and all this stuff? And then Ray's like, oh, you know I was doing good. You're stupid, Ray. To quote Janie Bisconti, these people are not your friends. These are not your friends. Ugh, unbelievably bad. Let's watch a little more just because I love it. Just because I can't get enough.
What's the black fellow sign say?
I didn't expect a fuck.
What's what?
What's the sign say? The black guy keeps holding up the house N-word. Is that it? I remember Skakel saying that was his name at the Comedy Store was the house N-word.
Yeah, it was. They had that, and it was fine back then. And no, Skakel was the house Jew. The black guy was the house N-word.
Yeah, okay. Well, he said it first. That's what they called him, was the house N-word. Later, they just, they called him something else later.
I didn't know that. Like, and me and Skakel, I did Skakel's podcast. I always talk about this. It's a shameless self-promotion, but Skakel, when the world was shut down, I was out in LA, and the Comedy Store wasn't doing stand-up because, COVID, but they were doing podcasts in the main room, in whatever the room is that with the window that I don't know the rooms. I'm not going to lie to you, but they were doing podcasts there instead of shows. And I did Skakel's on a Friday, and I did fucking the Tinfoil Hat podcast with Tripoli on Saturday. I felt like I headlined the store that weekend. I didn't, but felt cool about it. But we talked about like how Roast Battle was so good, and Skakel, as I'm sure you know, Skakel got fucked by the fucking Comedy Central people and fucking Jeffrey Ross the most, because he was great on it. He fucking did roast battles and all this stuff. And when they brought it to TV, they put him against Dan Soder or something. And Skakel did the fucking wrestling thing. And Soder, just who I love, just did like these smarmy things like, oh, he's so clever. And he just eventually got fucked over by everyone that fucking took what roast battle was and made it this horse shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Jeff Ross pretty much just cut him out of it. Like, made sure he didn't end up on the show. So that's bullshit. He was a big part of the show, it sounded like, and then just got cut out by Jeff Ross, who's probably just a prick.
By the way, this is Ray in a nutshell, and this gets to what Kiana was saying about the time. She said it before, like her, Ray Goots, and Ray DeVito did a show, and Ray had been drinking. I don't know if he's, I don't care, but they had a room for the night. And Ray's like, we're not staying here. We got to get back to New York, because Ray always has to get back to New York, because when he's in New York, he's a New York comedian in his mind. Even though he's in a basement writing roast jokes about a guy that's not his friend. Even though he's fucking doing spots fucking, on the show with Ray Goots, who fucking is sick of his shit. Even though, because I'll say it again, he thinks if he drives 8 hours, gets on the stage at the Stand or St. Mark's, he's going to be seen by fucking Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel and get fucking famous when he says nothing funny. They could be in the room. He could have every fucking industry exec in the room and no one would fucking say, this is the next guy. But he doesn't get that. And he's not even, whether he realizes it or not, his whole life revolves around the idea others perceive him as a comedian, Dr. Chow, the Mega G, correct. And the problem is he's not clever or funny. He's angry, he's arrogant, and he's going nowhere. And the beauty of it is he thinks he has us all fooled, and he's fooled no one. He's fooled no one. And they fucking just keep going, yeah, Ray, that's a good idea. Why don't you roast Stuttering John and Stevie Lou? Let's watch one more fucking minute of this just for my own edification, because I tell you, I fucking love it. I fucking love it. Watch fucking Vec and me.
You joke. You are good. You are good, vanilla act. All right, here we go. Very clever crowd. See, we did all right. Mike has been eliminated from Last Comic Standing so many times that if you edited all his appearances together, you'd have a 7-minute short entitled "Don't Bother Getting Up." But he did get a spin-off from the show. It's called First Comic Uber. Okay. So Mike, let me hit it. Let me go back. Okay.
That one missed. I love it.
Last joke. Watching Gino's act is like watching a Planned Parenthood video. There are parts of the jokes worth saving, but the totality of it should be aborted. I would kid you, but why would Mike ever be on TV? He's a brilliant comedian, but the poor guy is white and straight and over 30. And the only time he would ever be on TV is if MTV comes out with a show called Assistant Wrestling Coach Code. Until then, the only place you're less likely to see Mike on TV is in a print ad for turtlenecks.
There you go. Look at these three. They took that from us, people. Just so you know. Oh, Jesus Christ, 7 more minutes. We make 3 hours and we can get the fuck out of here. They took, it's Comedy Octopi. That's a clip. So only Gino could watch himself bomb and feel nothing. I love it. What was I going to say? Live from New York.
Yeah, there was a couple good bombs in there for sure.
It's so good. The whole thing.
It was good though.
Yeah, and that's That's what they took from us, and that's like what Ray fucking doesn't get. Like, honest, we'll do one more thing, because which one did you like? The roast of Dennis Rodman?
Yeah, no, that was a great one, man. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so you don't even think, Stevie Lou and Ray apparently are going to be doing the roast of each other. It'll be online, obviously, but I think Stevie Lou's probably going to try to get MLC to sponsor it, maybe make some money out of it. So it does look like that will happen. Stevie Lou said he will be writing jokes this weekend for a roast. Last night he said that. So it sounds like it's going to happen. I mean,
well, please.
Not in person, though, like you're saying. It's not happening at a place like it should be proper, but
if you watch Ray, and I'm sure some of us will, I'm not going to lie to you, I'm sure I'll have to watch that, like you watch a train wreck. Stevie Lou will be roasting peppers at Chipotle. Very good. If you please just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. And maybe, and I'm asking you to do me this favor, when you watch the roast of Ray or whatever the fuck this is, keep what I just showed you in mind. Keep in mind what I'm about to show you. And I'm not saying I'm right. I'm sure I'm wrong. I need to ignore it and work on my own shit. But at least you might have a little empathy for me and understand what makes me this old man yelling at clouds. Because everything, it's like as a comedian, you're insulting the craft. And fucking Ray's not a comedian. And he doesn't look at it as a craft. Like, I can't wait to fucking see the fucking, expose on fucking whatever this grift was with the car accident. But when you see what a real roast is, you're like, Ray, stop using the word roast. Stop using the word comedian. Stop acting like you're anything that anyone's looking for other than a guy looking for the next fucking way to make $100 getting shit on. Thank you. Fucking Dr. Chow watches everything Ray does. He loves how absurd it is. I yell at weaponized clouds. Not now. Good night, Mr. Thompson.
Yeah, that's how we watch all these guys, right? You have to have that in mind, that it is absurd. A lot of these people are, so that's part of the interest in them, is that it's like watching Mr. Bean or some weird character, and you're just in awe of how they act and behave. That's what it is.
Deadpool, I watched the challenge you're watching. Deadpool's on fire today. All right. And again, and here's another reason I probably get like this, because I am really fucking proud of the Friars roast. I remember how that all started. Like, the Friars needed more members. This was back before the COVID shut down the Friars, although they were on their last leg, and I'm not even going to get into that. But it was like fucking 2000. Jesus Christ, you'll see how young I am. This is the second one. But they're like, let's do a contest so you think you can roast. And it was the last comic standing meets roast battle or whatever. And they fucking would get famous people. Like, there was a whole round of you had to do what Ray did. You had to go in front of a panel of judges and roast a fictional person. I'll never forget. I roasted Amy Winehouse. It's when I wrote the joke that I still use as a throwaway now. If you can, she has a tattoo on her neck that says, "If you can read this, you're probably raping me." And it became raping you on fucking dudes, whatever. And then you got through, and I got through, and I'll never forget. One of the judges was Judy Gold, and she's like, "Yeah, that's great." And getting through was such a cool thing. And then the first guy I ever roasted, it was round robin. I roasted fucking George Takei, and then I got to roast fucking Baba Booey. And the winner got to roast, but it was all planned. At any rate, you got to roast at the Friars Club, which is a dream come true for me back then. And the second year, they brought me back in because, again, it was fixed. I'm not complaining because I don't care. But they had to have, like, real roasters in there. This is me roasting Dennis Rodman. Here we go. It was, and look, and by the way, enjoy fucking Deadpool. Let's see the hairline on this one. Deadpool, fucking meanie beanie. Here we go. Gino Bisconti roasts Dennis Rodman at the Friars. And thank you for letting me do this self-edification stuff. God, we should do Gino versus Fez Whatley, but I don't want Bobby to get mad at me again. Here we go.
Okay.
Good time to take a shit, sweet tits. All right. If I was your kid, I would breastfeed through junior high. I would. This guy just changed his diaper. All right, we good? Dennis had to get up. Everyone else might as well. I'm surprised you guys have to leave. I wasn't surprised Dennis had to get up.
Chris Mazzilli from Gotham, which is how I wound up getting Gotham Comedy Live. fucking, I forget his name. He fucking warms up the fucking, he warms up Jimmy Fallon and Alan Zweibel, who fucking, when we'd go to lunch at the Friars Club, he'd be sitting at a table writing and I'd yell, yo, Zweibel, stop eyeballing me. And he'd talk, he'd laugh, and I'd feel very cool. Here we go.
Anyone watch his career? I'm surprised he lasted more than 15 minutes before he had to pull and take a rest. Okay.
You can't really hear it, though. What's wrong with the sound? Is that
It's not
me?
because black people are lazy.
Nah, it's just bad audio.
Calm down and adapt, people. I know. Look around. This is the most black people they've had. Painful to experience and difficult to pass. All right.
Just trying to get, here we go.
Thanks, Sam. All right, let's get to you, Dick.
Can you hear this?
You didn't like that?
Yes.
What? How did that suck? All right, you know, boy, if I had a penny for every time he said that to a man. Okay.
Blasphemy. That's beautiful. That was a great one. Zing.
I fucking was roasting the dais and everything, and I'll be the first to admit it was a bit long, and I should have. But once I got to him, and this is another thing about roast that you don't get. And by the way, fucking, this is a guy that doesn't know me from Adam. Never met me. And I even say at one point in the act, I'm like, I can't believe you're letting me do this, because me and Beck are friends, and a lot of the people I roast I know, but he's such a good sport. And I say this all the time. After the set, he hugged me, and I'm a hugger. He out-hugged me. He was like so grateful. Watch, it gets better because he's so much fun. And again, don't even know the guy.
You all your roast jokes after you fucking teed me up like that. How you doing? You look like fucking the black, who's the guy from Littman? All right, let me get to it. Dennis, you're great, man. I love that you're playing around. You're great. You don't have to put up with me, but you are. You're fantastic. All right, Dennis, you're lucky to have survived North Korea, especially after I heard you asked Kim Jong-un to sing Gangnam Style. That's ridiculous.
It gets better.
By the way, did you see it came out today that someone tried to assassinate Kim Jong-un back in November? Wow, that guy is just a magnet for terrible shooters. Am I right?
Because Rodman has hung out with him. He loved it.
Yeah, I remember.
Thank you. You've been in North Korea and Madonna, two places no man has ever entered without a ton of protection. Am I right? And that's not fair to compare Madonna to North Korea because I saw the video and Madonna at least is used to having more than one black man inside her. Okay. She's a whore. You remember WHORES. Okay.
Fucking playing to the judges.
Thank you, Dennis. Usually, Dennis, when great athletes like you leave the game, what are they?
I didn't even know Sid was in here 3 hours. Oh, wait. Oh, my God. Hold on. I'm yelling because I talked over this.
Terrible movies and
this is my favorite one. Wow. Thank you, Sid.
Thank you, Dennis. Usually, Dennis, when great athletes like you leave the game, what do? They go into coaching or straight into the announcer booth. What have you done since you left the Lakers in 2000? 2 terrible movies and The Celebrity Apprentice. Let me tell you, the only thing in pro sports lazier than you is Stuart Scott's left eye. And just like his left eye, you both peaked last in 1996.
I love it.
Thank you, Dan. All right, let's do two more and we'll get the fuck out. But let it, what? I love your nail polish. Wow, okay. What's that? I can be. Fucking Dennis Rodman, that goes to the top of the resume. It goes right in between Zweibel and Mazzilli, okay? All right, look, what? That's more funnier? Wow. You speak goodly. All right.
That was the joke everyone loved.
I'm not saying you walked through college, but your grades were a slam dunk. All right.
Anyway.
Dennis, I love that you're playing. You don't have to be nice to me. You're awesome. Look at you, Dennis. 8 different hair colors, more ink than the Sunday Times. And last I heard on Stern, did you or did you not say you're planning a vacation with Kim Jong-un? Yes. Oh, my God. This guy has more little voices screaming in his head than Jerry Sandusky ever did in his basement. Let me tell you, people, grown all you
That's
want,
great.
but Dennis wishes he could have scored in the teens half as many times as Jerry Sandusky did.
I'm sorry, I like that. Anyway, I'm going to say it again.
That's great. Yeah, that was a couple great zingers in there, man. Good job.
Do you understand, and I know you do, but again, please understand, this is me making a plea for why I get so fucking worked up over stupid shit. Do you understand? That's me at the Friars Club. That's me at the stand. fucking roasting people in fucking flesh and blood, fucking in front of an audience. That's a roast. What Ray is doing is a fucking disgrace, and he's disturbingly annoying. And I just want you guys to think about that when you're watching. And we're gonna watch because we love watching.
Yeah, we have to watch. Here's the question. I got a question for you, Gino. If I said, "Here's $500 today to roast me," and I was sitting here and we had a roast battle, would you do it for money? I guess that's the only extra question.
I would say to you, why are you paying me $500 to roast you?
No. Like, I meant if we had benefactors that wanted to throw $500 at us right now to like roast each other, would you do it?
No, I honestly wouldn't. I'd say if you have $500, fucking, why don't you set it up at a comedy club and I'll do it. It'd be great to wheel you in and shit on you. But no, like, let me prove that point. Have I done anything? Have I done anything like that? Fucking as long as you've known me.
Could we consider the Shuley payment to troll Stuttering John anything in that line?
No,
I guess that would be my only question.
No, because again, this is you with misinformation. Go back and watch it.
No, I'm saying I'm just curious if that falls into the.
I didn't do that for Shuley. I did that because Stuttering John fucking, he's like, he was afraid of all this shit. And I said the word niggardly on my stream, which is a word. And he's like, oh, and I just said that to fucking piss him off. It had nothing to do with Shuley. Nothing. And I'll show you the text. Shuley didn't say he was paying me for that. He's like, if you just stand up, take your pants off and walk away like nothing's going on, I'll pay you $150. So no. So again, don't fucking, group me into these fucking idiots.
No, I wasn't putting you on the spot. I was just curious what you thought about that, because that's all we knew is that you were getting paid to say bad stuff to John. But if you're saying otherwise, I'll take your word for it, man.
Well, here's the thing. You don't have to take my word for it because I can show you. I'll send you a screen grab of the text. And he paid me to do this other thing, and then he sent me the money anyway. He's like, well, since you did that, here's $100. And I took it. I don't give a fuck. But do you understand? I don't ask for money. I don't say I'm going to do things. You know what I mean? And it's, if you said, I'll give you $500, it's like, why? You know what I mean? I can make fucking twice that to go to a fucking fire hall in fucking South Jersey and stand in front of people. It fucking, and why would I want video proof of me fucking lowering myself to the stupid level of Ray, who can't fucking do shows, who literally is like, I got to run to a show. You're doing an open mic in Canton, Ohio. Stop it. Stop it. At least me, when I'm doing, how many times have I said, this is me just rubbing your nose in my success, but I'm at LOL tonight. I don't mean to brag, but I'm driving down to Jersey to do a fucking Sons of Italy. You know what I mean? This is just knowing who you are and owning who you are and knowing your voices. What I've always said since day one, just going to get on stage, make people laugh and see what it gets me. And it's like fucking our boy Rick Monroe said this fucking Thursday. It's like, it's not about being famous. It's about being successful and fucking getting to hang out with my friends and get paid for it. Getting to do a show 4 days a week on fucking Compound Media, fucking while my brother is calling in and comics I love and respect are coming by, fucking while I'm sitting there, fucking knowing how lucky I am to have people on my right like fucking Garrett and Steve and Luby and Drew. Fucking that's success to me. That is. Fucking if I was like, I'm just doing this for $500, that's just fucking a money grab.
No, I get that, man. Like, I shows that I do that I enjoy, that is more successful in my mind than having a show with a shitload of views and I didn't enjoy myself having like a guest on that was a total asshole. Yeah, I get that, man.
Yeah, and shout out to Rudy Vega. You need a crowd to roast. Without it, there is no energy. I could not agree more. So hopefully that sheds some light on just how aggravated I get when Ray says these stupid fucking things. He's like, yeah, I'm just gonna, and then he was telling you, he's like, oh, I didn't get into comedy for money. He's like, remember, he goes, I'm just doing this, for the laughs. Ray, you don't do anything for laughs. You do everything for money and attention in that order. And fucking all you're getting is a ton of attention for a little money you get for sacrificing the soul that you never had because you're grifting saying you got sideswiped by a tractor trailer. Try and find a video of someone being sideswiped by a tractor trailer. They don't exist because it's a slow, ungainly process. You could get sideswiped by a scooter or maybe my apartment, a little orange Sonic, but you don't get sideswiped by a tractor trailer.
Yeah, I don't know. The whole wreck thing is fucked up, but whatever. I don't even know what to say about that.
There's nothing to say. I would have been interested if you did have anything to say. Oh, by the way, I got to find this. And some guy, we were talking about COVID, and I'm going to talk about this on fucking the show, on fucking, hold on my show on Monday's show, excuse me. But
I don't know. Didn't like a lot of 80s movies had people getting sideswiped. Let's see, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. He drove right underneath the log truck. Remember?
Yes. Did he get sideswiped by it?
No, he drove perfectly in between the wheels. So
yeah. That's exactly it. But Ray's like, I got sideswiped because sideswiped by a tractor trailer is a better fucking story. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's not the one. What the fuck? Can never find what I'm fucking looking for when I'm at any rate. This
well, I got sideswiped by a pool. Fucking, I get it. I understand how it works.
Oh, it's so.
I was just standing there in the tree, and then next thing I know, I got sideswiped by a pool. Ridiculous.
This guy. Oh, I'll just read it. This guy tweeted when I shit on him for fucking. He's like, well, you used fake Vax cards. You're a sellout. And he wrote, nope. He's like, I lost my job instead. You're welcome. If it wasn't for people like me, you'd still be showing cards and you wouldn't be able to fake it. People like somebody and me, Gino, talked about it, but didn't walk the walk. Instead, you bent the knee to the New World Order. This is a fucking cowardly sellout, dumb liar. He's like, if it wasn't for me getting fired and complaining about it like a bitch, you guys wouldn't be able to show fake Vax cards. No, that makes no sense. You can show fake Vax cards. I don't even get, does that make any sense to you? I can't find it.
Yeah, I mean, all the Vax cards were fake, right? Because you could pretty much you had a stack of them. You were handing them out, correct?
Allegedly, I was sending out Antonio Brown rookie cards. I was sending out Antonio Brown rookie cards and, huge. All you did was get, At any rate, yeah. And one of the greatest things ever was a guy said to me, he's like, thank God for you, for me getting that card in my hands, however he got it. He's like, because I was able to go visit my father in the hospital, before he's dying. And that's, again, it's common sense. I've said this as well. They're like, well, you can't see your family who's dying. And of course not, because if you've taken 2 weeks of medical school or watched 3 episodes of Grey's Anatomy, one of the most healing powers, forces, whatever you want to call it in the world, is the touch of a loved one. And not only did they take the touch of a loved one from you, they made sure they were sitting in a wall outside, stressing you out because you got to kill the old people, got to get rid of them because there's a reason they're called tribal elders. Because like I always say at the desk, look, I'm not saying I'm smarter than you. I'm saying I've had more reps than you. I've made fucking more mistakes than you and learned from those mistakes. And they don't want that. They want to get rid of the old people. That's what they did. And they're like, yeah, if you're old and dying of COVID, we can't have your family next to you because that might fucking make you remember how lucky you are to be alive. And we want you to be tortured and alone. Fuck them. Fuck
and
them.
I seen the article you put up about the CDC is now saying that, we could just consider the COVID as we consider the flu because it's just the same fucking thing.
Yeah, and they just
tweeted that out. That was that the CDC or the World Health Organization.
The CDC. Everything. They literally make you think. Stuttering John cannot do stand up comedy because his job in salvation will not let him. Plus, they fucking quietly got rid of all the things that a year ago, if you were to say it out loud, they'd be like, "That's insane." Like you literally were not allowed to basically go anywhere without a Vax card. And now Vax cards don't even exist anymore. They literally said you don't need Vax cards for anything. They fucking retired the Vax card. Yet fucking the mayor back then, Kathy Hochul's like, if we get you with a fake Vax card, we'll put you in jail. Why? Because that was the only way to stop it. Because that was the thing about Vax cards. No one cared about them. It's not like if you went into a bar or restaurant, they didn't have someone from the CDC or fucking WHO standing there saying, let me see that card. It was a fucking 18-year-old, fucking 15-year-old hostess saying, okay, no one cared. They were the easiest things in the world to fake. You could take a picture of one written on a piece of paper. You could fucking make one online and no one really cared because it was the same thing as that Thanksgiving when they're like, no more than 10 people. And no one was going to come to your house and knock on the door and count the people, but they literally wanted to see, and fucking, what's his name? Lionel, who does the Bosses show a lot, said it. It goes back to the fucking Boston bombing. When they shut down the city of Boston looking for these two guys, I'll let you go, Quad. We're wrapping it up. When they shut down the city of Boston, like, wow, we shut down all city. I wonder if we could do that with an entire country. And they did. And people didn't ask questions. Well, a lot of people didn't. They just obeyed. They just obeyed, and they never fucking asked you. They never asked you to authenticate a Vax card. They never came by your house and counted. They never did any of those things any more than they ever verified what was in the vaccines that were released with blank pieces of paper. None of those things. And yet people sat there and are willing to debate still. I'll let you.
And then you went to the roast and killed a bunch of people.
Facts. All right, Quad, we've been at this 3:15. I just had you come by to yell at you, but you understand. And thank you for staying so long, man. You made the 3 hours fly the fuck by. I never planned on doing
It's a hang. It's a hang. That's all this is a hang. We're doing it, man.
And if anyone showed up to see the proof about Pat Dixon lying on your show, I did not have it because I reached out to, not that anyone was asking, I reached out to the lawyer handling the case, and she's on vacation until Monday. So and by the way, I keep forgetting, next week I'm going to start memberships. And let me tease this out. The memberships are going to be great because I don't even know, like, people just want to be able to say they're a member, which is great. But I have a 5 terabyte drive I just gave to E-Rock, and he's going to get
child porn.
Of child porn. What? Now that's a 2 terabyte drive. Who can, I don't have time. Who can go through 5 terabytes of child porn? 2 terabytes is plenty. What was I going to say? Oh, and I'm going to get old fucking episodes of In Hot Water on there. I'm going to get the whole fucking, library because it's mine. Make them.
Yeah, speaking of library, I'm sitting in it right now.
You are indeed. I love that. You're in Aaron Berg's seat, but you're sitting in it. What was I going to say? And you're going to be 2 weeks to flatten the curve. We're not even getting into this. But you're going to be able to see old episodes that currently aren't available anywhere of In Hot Water. That will be part of it. And we'll do other stuff. And I love that we have 100 people in here the whole time. For me, that's great. Not going to lie to you. Let's see how many likes we have. Hit the like button, you fucking cowards. Hit the like button. 68. That's not bad. All right. What do you want? Hold on, everyone. Now we're gonna hang out and what was I gonna say? Oh, so do your plugs, buddy. Where are you gonna? Thank you for staying so long. I see you talking off air like I'm keeping you, and I apologize. I can be like that.
Oh, no worries, man. Yeah, I had a blast. Thanks for having me on. I'm glad you got to yell at me and then move on and just have a good show, because that's how we do it every time. Because we're like that, right? We're reasonable fucking people.
Yeah, if I have a problem with you, I'll yell, but then we always chat it out. I fucking love that. But what's his name doesn't like me anymore, the Superman guy, does he?
No, I think that worked out pretty good having him on the show with you, and I think he actually did forgive you in his mind, whatever problem he was having with you in the first place. So I think he moved on and he's cool with everything. It's all good.
Yeah. But again, when you do Ray, you're just doing Ray for Ray's an idiot, right? I mean, is there ever...
So I go in there and I read the fucking comments in the chat, and I think it's hilarious. Like, it runs a lot of people off, like OJ and Carlos Danger. They go in there, and I think they got run off by the chat because it started freaking them out how much negativity they get for going on that show. And I do get that part of it, but I really just don't give a fuck what people say, because I read it, and the worst stuff they say, the funnier it is to me. I think it's hilarious. I love reading the chats in his streams, and it cracks me up. I'll take a couple edibles, go on a show, and just die laughing at everything people are saying about it. It's fun, man.
Oh, no, I agree. And I'll say it again. Like, I watch... Like I do, like it's my 11 o'clock ritual. I'll be like, I'll put on Ray live and I'll see what he talked about. I'll dance around. I'll be like, let's see what Pat Dixon has to say. And I'll say it again, Pat Dixon, I was complimenting his podcast up until like a month ago, like 2 weeks ago. And then I don't know, somebody set him off, and it couldn't have been me. And it was after the fucking weekend in AC, and he just started going back to, I was the goat. All this shit. It's like, just stop it. And again, I should be focusing on booking shows. I should be setting up stuff in fucking Texas to do that fucking run. I should be, you know?
Yeah. Go hang out with Alex Stein and do that whole thing like Chrissy Mayer just did. Fuck yeah, man. You should go down there, hang out with the Blaze. Maybe head up to Austin, hang out in Austin with the big boys. There's some big shows up there, man.
Drag Keanu with, get credit for a vacation.
Yeah, she does great with Chrissy and Lila and that whole thing, man. That's fun.
I always say that when Keanu's touring with Chrissy, it reminds me of fucking when I used to fucking, tour with Artie. It's great. It's fucking great. And it's such a good show. All right, buddy, I'm going to let you go. When's your next podcast? Who's next on BYB?
Yeah, Fister. No, Hipstar, the guy, we have him on Monday, 8 o'clock Eastern. And then on Friday, we actually have Mike Pachetti next week. So should be fucking awesome, man.
Oh, look at Deadpool. Keanu, we got drink money tonight. Thank you,
Deadpool's awesome. Thanks, Deadpool, for all you do, buddy. You're a fucking great guy.
No, we're not getting drinks. We're not getting drinks with this, Keanu. We're getting Rogaine. Apparently, we're both losing our hair, according to Deadpool and Alex. So we're gonna go buy wigs. We're gonna go buy wigs for the show. Deadpool, thank you so much. Prost. All right, Quadfather, you're the best, man. And definitely, I'm definitely gonna put you in touch with fucking Chanel. She'd have a blast on your stupid show.
Yeah, she gets it. She gets the idiocracy that we are. She gets it.
Yeah. All right, buddy. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Have a great weekend, buddy. Enjoy your time with Keanu. Go have some Kiki time.
Kiki, I cannot say enough things about Quadfather because he does. He lets me prove myself right. And by right, I mean half the time I'm wrong, but I'm always willing to fucking, always willing to beef it out with fucking him because he's a guy I really do like Quadfather. He's been a longtime fan of the show. And thank you again so much, Deadpool. And just show my face. And I say this all the time. The thing I love about the Backyard Boys podcast, and I think you agree, Keanu. I'm sorry I woke you up. She fell asleep listening to me. They just were fans of In Hot Water. And they like the show so much. They're like, I want to hang out with my friends and do shows. And that's all they do. And they're like, it's too many people talking. It's too many people talking because they're having so much fun talking to each other, and little Lemmy is just a key addition to that crew. Am I wrong, Kiki? She's asleep. All right. the drugs kicked in. I have to go get sex. I'm kidding. So yeah. And so when he says shit I don't like, I'm like, fuck you, because I'm listening. That's all. Does she not say I get my wigs from the local wiggery? All right. So I promise next feet do your duty. Happy 420. It was 420. So again, thank you 100 people for hanging out the whole time. I like the consistent people we have here. If you are bored and wanted me to go another hour, I got 2 hours for you. Go watch. Did you finish? She's asleep. Keanu made shepherdess pie last night and a salad that she ate all of it, but it's so good she'll make me another one. So again, this is Gino Bisconti reminding you, subscribe to YouTube Keanu C. Thompson to see her stuff, and I always pop in. Make sure you sub to the Gum Friday page. It's so fucking good. And our Patreon Gum Friday, I cannot recommend that enough. I got to reach out to Steve. We didn't do bonus this week and we can't miss 2 weeks in a row. And of course, the In Hot Water Shop. I heard he updated the In Hot Water Shop. Let me take a look at that. I'm going to In Hot. Let's see what he updated the In Hot Water. Because I'm telling you right now, In Hot Water Shop, you guys might want to interest yourself in some COVID hoodies because I think that's going to, I'm sorry. Oh, look, here you go. Oh, he just took down the Christmas stuff. Look at this. Did he? There better be a sheep hoodie. Is there no sheep hoodie? There was a sheep hoodie. I don't want the fucking boring sheep hoodie. I want the sheep there. It's a hoodie, right? Hold on. Is it there? Sorry, guys. I know I'm fucking zoning on you. Hold on. They better have a hoodie for the. That's not it. Yeah, this is me really fucking having my shit together. I'm sorry, guys. They better. I fucking could have sworn I saw an In Hot Water fucking COVID is a flu with a better publicist. All right, whatever. I'll find one. I'll find one because I need it. Whatever. Make sure you get your fucking covers of flu with a better publicist. I want to thank everyone again for hanging out. Captain Miserable, I told her to make you a urinal cake. Suck it. You can like afterwards. There you go. What's this? Is that it, fucking dude? I don't know what that is. Yeah, the Sheep Show hoodie, but I want the one that says covers of flu with a better publicist. It's right there. Is it? Is it? Why do I not see it? Guys, it's hard being an insane person. You're aware of this, right? I want the sheep. I want the COVID is the flu with a better publicist hoodie, not this one. I don't want. I could have sworn I saw it. Whatever. I'll make sure it's up there if you want it, but make sure you get the t-shirt, whatever. Thank you everyone so much for the super chats. I want to thank fucking my boys. I'm gonna say, I know my brain's shutting down. I want to thank Quad for stopping by, and of course, fucking the Imholts of the April and Aaron morning show. That is the stream for today. Randall Thor, sorry you're late. It was great. Bye, Randall Thor. Hi, Randall. Bye, Randall. There you go. Let's get out of here.